welcome to the World at War here on Dire Bear. That, of course, means it's Tuesday night, and we are playing our Scion 2nd Edition Chronicle. Last week, the crew polished off some werewolves. At the very least, implied to one they'd let him live, and then had their lackeys, bust caps in him.
I said we might.
Well, think about it. Group huddle. All right, we gotta kill this mofo.
Yeah, that's exactly how that happened, Jason.
Yeah, and the old guy we killed was just sitting around knitting socks for orphans.
He was sitting around on the internet, probably messaging his grandchildren.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he was. We're all just horrible, horrible people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could really even call yourself people.
I was literally on the laptop. I know that's not true.
You don't know who was sending him those emails.
Uh-huh.
And after that, they went to their favorite media mogul in town and gave an interview explaining themselves and their absence when these wolves originally attacked.
Sorry for leaving. Now we're gonna leave.
I don't know. That's that Brandon Routh Superman movie. That's pretty much how that started. It's a direct sequel to Superman 2, which ends with him telling the president, I won't leave again. 5 years later.
We never said we were never gonna leave. We just said certain things, extenuating circumstances and all that.
We're on a mission from the gods.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Look, if y'all want to explain to Sun Wukong or Set or anyone else why we're leaving, go for it. We'll sit here and watch. Go for it.
They had other crap to do. So anyway, you've made your way to China. If this was a show, we'd be opening with your plane touching down at the airport in Beijing. Let's see, Connor, do you speak Chinese?
Well, that depends on which one you're talking about.
Do you speak a Chinese?
He speaks Central Mandarin and some Cantonese.
Okay. Those are the
Enough
two
to-
main ones, so you should be able to get by most anywhere to some degree.
Yeah.
And of course, you've
Sasha.
got Sasha with you.
Yeah.
Omniglot translation.
It's even more powerful than before.
Yeah, she can now just literally speak or read any language flawlessly without a trace of accent.
Yeah.
That's the most neutral sounding Cantonese ever.
Yeah, probably. Well, without like a trace of foreign accent, so she sounds native.
Oh, okay. That's different.
So you touch down. It's a busy airport. I mean, I haven't looked it up. I'm sure it's one of the bigger airports in the world.
It's China, so yes. It's up there with like Houston. Don't get me started on that fucking airport.
All right, I won't. I feel there's some deep emotion there.
No, wait. Go on.
That I'm uncomfortable dealing with.
Anyway.
My buddy at work, talking about the divorce he's just gone through, and the best I can do is a Zuko. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Girlfriend turned into the moon.
That's rough, buddy.
Oh, hey, Otter. We have an Otter in the chat.
We have an otter.
Yay, Otter.
I'm not sure about lovely faces, though. I mean, everybody else is fine. Me,
We're also short ones.
I almost forgot to shave, but last minute I managed to scrape it off.
I did forget to shave.
Scuba doesn't really.
Or choose not to.
It's always on my
Yes,
list of
that
it's always
much.
on my list of things to do. I want to shave, but then I have like little breakouts here, and I can't get to it right now because cutting that with a razor is not a good idea.
No.
Yeah. That's asking for trouble.
All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, y'all are walking through the Beijing airport with, one large dog and one three-headed dog, also pretty large.
I just picture that we have like this massive crate of dragon
It's like a big
Just
pet
on-
carrier.
on like rollers.
Probably.
All the security guys are wanting to stop Connor, but Connor's got all the paperwork ready.
Yep.
It's in the proper language and everything.
Ink color's correct.
Yep.
There's a seal on it. It's good.
This is just a paper saying you can do whatever you want.
Exactly.
Do you want to argue with official paperwork?
This is just psychic paper.
It shows them whatever I want them to see.
Except for that one guy that had no imagination.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah.
Alright. So you've got here late enough in the day that the connecting flight that you need, because where you are headed is, I think it's pronounced Botou. Baotou.
Bauto?
Balto.
Balto.
Maybe it's Balto.
It's
I don't pronounce English too well, so my Chinese is really going to be rough.
I only know because I think it's spelled similar to a Ghost in the Shell character.
You may be right. But anyway, it's up in Inner Mongolia, which is one of the northern provinces. Baotou being the closest major city to the mountain that y'all are trying to get to.
Yeah.
It's a city of about 2 million, so it's a good sized city. But there's only 2 flights that leave Beijing for Baotou on any given day. Y'all are there a little late, so you'll be spending the night in Beijing.
Okay.
Oh no. One of the largest cities in the world. Whatever is hilarious going to immediately goes to get like stuff from the gift shop.
Yeah.
Basically, do some shopping.
Record himself and post it. Hey, the day after they did an interview explaining why they're out of town, they're in China.
I don't think that Tellarius would have put. I don't think Tellarius had. It would be more because they had stuff scheduled already for the week, so it wouldn't be like immediate posted.
Yeah, it's like for however long I know we're gonna be there. Just stuff to tide us over. Or tide them over.
Except that you have no idea how long you're going to be here.
They're good at guesstimating, and they can just upload some more. If it gets like desperate. Hey everybody, I'm in Hong Kong randomly. I don't know how that happened.
I'll say good luck with that in China.
They have like a greatest hits like bloopers reel set up, like a week or 2 out.
Anyway.
As you're getting close to the door, so one of the airport officials walks up to you. Gives a little bow. Pardon me. You're Connor Hughes?
I am, yes. How may I help you?
Could you come with me a moment, sir?
Very well.
Just
Just
need to
me or
speak
my
to you.
companions?
You specifically, I suppose they can come if they wish.
It should be fine.
I'll go with you. Just to make sure. No
I
one
don't
goes
care
wrong.
either way.
Alright, so the rest of y'all carrying the animals over to the hotel, or are you gonna go with Connor?
Push the crate with the dragon.
Well, there's
I think
some
we're
other-
all sticking together.
Yeah. There's another Connor with the dragon crate because that dragon ain't gonna listen to nobody. Nobody but Daddy.
Or some form thereof.
Yeah, you've got some kind of a blanket over most of it, but there is a slit where it can see out, and when it sees everybody else walking away, it starts bumping at the gate. Out, out.
There's a Connor left with the crate.
Then it looks at that Connor, bumps the gate, and goes out, out. Everybody else is going somewhere. Baby Dragon wants to go somewhere.
Well, I mean, Connor's going to be taking the crate with him. He's not leaving it there.
I mean, are we just gonna follow Connor though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we established that
we
we're
are
all going.
We are strangers in strange land. We are sticking together.
It's not a strange land. It's just China.
Strangers, strange land.
They have never been to China before. This is literally foreign territory to them.
All right, fair enough. He leads you into a side room or side door down a little hallway. It opens up into a larger storage room.
Mm-hmm.
There are 7 men inside.
Okay.
He walks up to one of them. This is Mr. Hughes and some of his compatriots, or well, I guess all of his compatriots. Though there was another gentleman that looked just like him that stayed with one of the animals. One of the men kind of pats him on the shoulder, and they're not like super obvious about it, but he kind of like there's a quick little pass off of what looks like a wad of cash, and then the airport official leaves. Steps back past the guys and leaves out a back door.
It's a bribe in any language.
Let's see,
It is
Connor
merely
just-
the grease that helps turn the wheels of a bureaucracy.
Understandable. That might be assistance.
You notice that all 7 of these men are bald. Well, shaved head.
That's concerning. Not concerning, but it's
I mean,
weird.
they're by no means identical or anything. They're just,
Sure, they're just
Uniform.
all bald.
yes.
Uniform from like the scalp up.
So, may I help you, gentlemen?
The one that did the bribing, he takes a step forward and kind of bows to you. You are Connor Hughes?
I am, correct?
He says that like it's a formality rather than that he actually needed to know. I mean, you are famous.
Yeah.
He tells you, I am Hugh.
Question. Since we're in China, I will say with us being a tier 3 legend, I do get there is a bonus for anybody who follows the Shin. So it's sort of like a hold on, let me read it in the book. It's in here somewhere.
Like their attitude is like X amount higher.
Yeah, it's somewhere in here.
Yeah, I think it's like with any
Jin.
pantheon whenever we're in like the native area.
Again, a +1 enhancement to the attitude of any worshiper of their pantheon.
Okay.
In case.
Yes. I just didn't know if that would come into play or not. So I figured since.
Well, he's being very polite to you, so.
Okay.
But anyway, he introduces himself as Hugh. H-U, however you pronounce that.
It's a
Who? Okay. I am a student of White Eyebrows Boxing, which is the fighting style White Eyebrows teaches.
Yeah. And what do you need of me?
I wish to test myself against you.
Sasha rolling her eyes.
this'll be good.
Wait, are they conversing in?
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Are they
Yeah,
conversing in
they're
English or
conversing.
Mandarin?
So far, he's been speaking in English.
Okay.
Oh, this'll be
The little
good.
interaction with the official was in Chinese.
Sure. Everything else has been Mandarin.
Why do you
Or,
wish to
sorry,
test
English.
yourself against me?
The master's favorite student left some time ago, and there is some debate as to who is the first pupil now.
Well,
And we know we know you to be a son of Wukong.
this favored student of his wouldn't happen to be a man by the name of Kim, would it?
It would indeed.
Hmm. Then I am in conflict with this.
How so?
Mainly because I know the reputation of your master. So I find it very, very hard to believe that he would be a poor teacher. It leads me to believe that Mr. Kim was a rather poor student.
I'm not sure what you mean. Kim was a fine martial artist.
Yes.
Pompous,
However,
arrogant, perhaps, but fine.
Everything that he preached, he himself flew in the face of. He took your master's teachings and forgot them.
That's unfortunate.
So, I find myself in a quandary. He is, by your admission, your master's finest student.
He was
Yet
the finest one when he was here, yes. Well, like
Yes,
all students,
I
he
understand
eventually
that.
goes on to make his own way in the world.
True. So, I was left then with a rather poor impression of your school because of him. Exceedingly so, actually.
Well, please, allow me to better my school's reputation.
Ah.
And some of the other guys are looking a little disgruntled as you keep, talking smack.
Jaden is just gonna go and sit against the wall.
Well,
Yeah, Sasha's doing the same thing.
just like
The three of us are just like brooding in a corner.
Like, oh god, it's gonna be a dick waving contest, isn't it?
I tell you what. Let us get settled in for the evening, because as you know, our animal companions might not take conflict too terribly well without wanting to intervene. We get settled in, and I will acquiesce to your request.
Ah, very good.
Is that fair?
That is most agreeable.
Very well.
He reaches in, pulls out, like a business card, and writes an address on the back. He had to. It is a local dojo that will give us the space we need.
Of course.
Come here if you want to get your ass kicked.
I do hope that my impression of your school will be improved once our meeting is concluded.
I am certain it will be.
I will hold you to it.
Well, I will see you then. And I assume y'all agree on some time.
Yeah, it'll probably after once they find a place to set up.
Right. Again, he gives you a little bow, and all the guys with him do.
He'll return it.
When they leave the airport, personnel comes back in. Oh, please, this way. I'll show you back out.
Thank you.
And then he leads you back out just the way he came. You could probably have found it on your own, but
Mm. Well, I knew it would happen soon, but not nearly this fast.
as you step outside, other Connor is at this point probably loading the dragon up into a vehicle.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have, U-Haul, Ubers,
Absolutely.
or what, but y'all would have arranged something ahead of time. To have
Some
have
form of
something-
vehicular transportation.
a truck, something big enough to carry this thing.
Yeah.
All of you can hear the dragon, and it's just chanting out, 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 and every now and then banging up against the door. And just as you're getting to the truck, the latch on the little gate finally breaks. Pink.
Mm-hmm.
and you hear "oh" from inside, and a lack of movement.
You should go back there with her.
Yeah, I know. I am. And he'll actually like go over and he'll like open the gate and like sit on the inside of the crate with the dragon.
When you open the gate, she's acting like she's asleep.
Look at this fucking thing.
It's like,
Oh.
yeah,
A
don't grab a
2-year-old.
Connor he'll like rub his fingers along her like the fringe of her scales. It's like, you're lucky, you're adorable.
Just cracks one eye and looks at you.
What? I know who broke that gate. Don't give me that look.
Eagers Robert to like make another lock for the both of them.
Oh, that is a question. Is Robert with us? Duba wanted to know.
I'd imagine so, because
Yeah.
last week he said he was coming.
Yeah.
So
And he should be with us next week. So
Yeah,
I
you'll
never-
be
just-
here next week. I won't be here next week.
I'd imagine he probably went ahead to like arrange our stay or whatever.
Since
Or
he
he-
doesn't have to herd animals.
Yeah.
or maybe he's just lagging slightly behind you. He had to finish up something in Olympus with
That
his,
works, too.
with his Craftsman Guild house thing that he's building.
Last minute paperwork.
Yep, yep.
So
Last
then he
minute.
is not with us.
Not at the moment. He will catch up with you in the morning before your
Okay.
flight to,
Yeah.
which still means he may be traveling with you before Duba actually gets back. But anyway,
Obi, what are you doing, buddy?
So once we get there, get everything set in, Connor would actually open the gate for the dragon to get out and stretch a little bit in the room.
it's a big room.
We're famous. Of course it's a big room.
That's true. It's you've got a suite, so you've got kind of the big open
Yeah.
central area.
He'll let her roam around a little bit.
She goes, presses her head up against the window.
No.
Not like she's trying to break out, but like she's just trying to get her eyes up there as you can see out.
You'll have plenty of time to roam around once we get to where we're going. Dad's home is rather expansive.
Daddy, what's heaven like?
Well, we're going.
There's lots of fruit. Ew. I doubt dragons are big fruit eaters.
Who knows? I guess it depends on the mythology,
More than likely.
because the story of Wukong, he don't remember if he took the wine and the fruit from the Jade Emperor. Right, that's right. He stole the towels and the Ryu Jingubang from the Dragon King. That's right. White towels, I never got, but
Because everybody stole towels. Even centuries ago, when Journey to the West was written, you stole towels from hotels. It was just a thing.
yeah.
Probably because it was something obnoxious and that fit the character.
Fair enough.
It's all right. Y'all get settled in.
Mm-hmm.
Little dragon is glad to be out of the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere in the corner of Hilarius's room that they picked out. Guys, you'll never believe what's gonna happen. They're not posting anything yet,
Mm-hmm.
but they're getting all the content ready.
Oh, jeez.
Guys,
my
you'll never
God.
believe who's getting ready to get fought. It's gonna be hype.
You having fun over there?
You can't hear me.
No, well, he sees Slayers in a corner, so it's like, you having
He's
fun
in the
over
corner
there?
of like his bedroom though. not
Yeah.
the-
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
They're
okay.
in their bedroom. They're like off in their
okay.
bedroom somewhere else.
I didn't hear bedroom. I just heard Talaris is in a corner. I'm just like,
Yeah, they're in the corner in their room. Like
okay,
this,
gotcha.
they're about to be a fight here. They're
Fair
like,
enough.
there's like a couple of takes before they get the one that they're satisfied with.
You do so many
Connor's-
live videos. It's nice when you have time to sit down and
Mm-hmm.
plan one out.
Connor's sort of sitting around for a little bit. Like, it's like, well, I figured it would happen, but not this fast.
Are we all required at this?
I mean, you can come if you want.
I
I'm the
mean,
only
if
one that's really required, but it's mostly because Wukong is known to be
Wukong.
a Wukong.
I mean, if nothing for the shenanigans.
Fair enough.
That's
Yeah.
our band motto. We're here for the shenanigans.
Ain't that the truth?
Could be.
It's better than being called the disasters, though.
It's like our subtitle.
I mean, but we are.
Yes, we are, but
But
that does
we
not need to be
are.
our official name.
We don't need to announce it.
For the world to know, that does not need to be our official name.
We don't need to announce it, but we just need to prove it and show it.
Let's not.
Hilarious' ears are burning somewhere.
So wait, everybody has their own room, or just Hilarious has their own room?
No, if it's a big enough room because we're popular, then
Yeah.
yeah, it stands to reason that we'd all have our own room.
Imagine it's
It's
like
like one of those suites.
There are
Yeah,
four
like
bedrooms.
four
rooms.
attached-
Just
yeah,
in
there are four
Okay, so we're in
bedrooms
the
attached to
common
the
room.
suites.
Okay.
it's like 4 rooms and then a common area.
Yeah.
If Robert had come with you, somebody would have to share. But other than that,
Mm.
since he's lagging behind, y'all
Somebody
got
gets
your
to
own
sleep
room.
on the couch.
Honestly, Connor probably would because of Dragon.
But as you're discussing the upcoming fisticuffs,
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
there's a growl and a slight crash as one of the animals bumps to a coffee table. Turn around and the dragon is really seems to want to wrestle Spruce,
Oh no.
No.
and Spruce is trying to take a nap. It's like a puppy trying to fight the older dog who's just trying to sleep.
Connor would walk over, Shauna. You can't wrestle the dog.
Hungry.
You can't eat the dog.
Eat the dog either.
Dog is not food.
Hungry.
Go feed your dragon.
I'll need to find somewhere to get some meat.
Gotta be a butcher around here somewhere.
Oh,
Go
boy.
feed your dragon.
I'm going. And he'll
Every time Jaden says "feed your dragon," the dragon's nodding his head.
Connor will send a clone out to go find somewhere to get some meat.
There are markets around.
Yeah, and he gets a
Cow.
he gets
A whole cow. Just like
he'll get food.
Oh, the looks he'd have walking through the lobby of the hotel with an entire dead cow.
Mm.
Mostly dead cow.
Yeah. No, the clone would go get food. Probably around the same time that real him was off to go to that dojo.
Okay. All right, who's going to the dojo?
And he will leave. I will say he'll leave a second clone with the dragon while he's gone. So there's him with dragon, him getting food, him going to dojo.
So there's going with Connor to the dojo.
Jaden will go, but she will be taking Spruce with her.
Sasha will walk over to Sean and be like, I will leave Smoochums here if you promise not to eat him. You'll promise me this, right?
She looks over at Smoochums. Dad, get food.
If you eat him, I'll be very disappointed in you, and I'll tell your father you've been bad.
Wait for food.
Thank you. Looks over at Smoochums. Goes over, like, rubs Smoochums' cheeks. Don't go near the dragon until she eats.
And that's why Jaden is bringing Spruce. Because the one angry head might just no.
Smoochums is like old dog sleepy. You just will go over, probably sleep in a corner somewhere.
Watched a video just yesterday of a crocodile just laying there while this baby hippo kind of gnawed on it.
Mhm.
Because there were like 15 adult hippos around, so that croc wasn't going to start nothing.
Oh yeah, I know. I was like, I got no beef, man.
Yep.
Started doing kind of a slow motion crawl to the water to try to get away from the little guy.
Yeah, it's like, someone come get your kid.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, Jason, I'm gonna send you a picture of like what I imagine her full size, like fully grown equivalent
sure.
would look like. You would recognize it, more than likely.
I do recognize it, though I never actually watched that show.
Yeah, but I imagine that's her full grown size equivalency.
I see fire.
Yeah, the little white hair
Smaug.
girl on top was really a giveaway.
Yeah.
Too bad the Dragon book's not out yet.
Hmm?
I said, too bad the actual Dragon book is not out yet.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be next year once we get done with our next campaign.
Apparently,
Of course.
the Dragon book introduces what's called heirs, which is basically the dragon version of scions.
Yeah, I'm actually a little iffy on some of what I heard about it, but I'd have to read it all to be sure.
Yeah, I'm
That's
kind of.
interesting.
Yeah. Because according to it, the dragons were the power that ruled the world before the gods and the titans. So,
But that's also like the Cthulhu book they're doing. I'm so burned out of the Cthulhu mythos, I would have no desire to drag that into a game.
mhm. Me, on the other hand, dragon.
You every time. Dragons!
Absolutely.
Every time.
Yeah, it's me. I'll find a way.
I know you would.
Hey, I at least waited until like halfway through this game to try it.
It's a flippin' record. All right, dojo.
To the dojo. You arrive there. There's a decent little crowd in the dojo.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like It looks like you probably had a class of students that their class is over, but they're just kind of loitering around.
Mm-hmm.
To watch a throwdown.
Yep.
As an
God
aside,
versus man god, or man versus god man, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
as an aside, Sasha will be translating kind of pretty much the whole time they're there for Telarius and Jaden and Robert. Just like when they're in, like, situations like that. Well,
Oh.
but like,
You mean in general?
when they're in, yeah, in general, just like when they're in situations like this, she'll be translating.
Just
Jaden
assume
is
that they
gonna-
understand everything because you're telling them.
Yeah. She
Jaden's
do.
gonna look at Connor and be like, if you don't win this, you'll never live it down.
I'm well aware.
It'll be on the internet in 10 minutes' time, and you'll probably get a snide remark from Kim in 15.
Probably.
15, I'd give it 11.
I give it 5.
Depends on time zone differences.
It's gonna be shit talking you while he's watching the video.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Going to live stream like back to you.
Jason, question.
Mm-hmm.
Kim, did his style, was it the white eyebrows boxing?
Yes.
Style?
Which is still basically a Kung Fu style. White eyebrows was
Okay.
Shaolin originally.
Yeah. So, next question then. I did specifically state a few episodes ago that Connor started taking time to study Kim's moves, to like look for how he moves, how he fights. Would this give any kind of combat enhancement for him knowing their style to an extent? To be able to fight against it?
I wouldn't say you've had a chance to study the style in depth enough for that. And even with one style, individuals are going to vary some.
Yeah. Okay. Figured I'd ask.
So you arrive. Who walks up to you? Mr. Hughes, I'm glad you could make it.
I'm glad to be here.
I do apologize for the crowd. Word got out to some of the students of the dojo.
Ah,
Uh,
that's fine. I also would like to apologize if my words brought offense earlier today. I just, in particular, have a dislike of Kim. And I believe that might have bled over.
It is quite all right. Oh, if you come this way. Hey, they take you just to one of the little sparring areas. He's wearing the little I want to say gi, but that may be what the Japanese call it. He's in like the little appropriate, the appropriate clothing, whatever.
Appropriate attire.
Yeah, the loose pants.
Mm-hmm.
He actually takes the shirt part off, when y'all are getting ready. But
yeah.
All the guys that were with him at the airport are with him, and they're over on the one side.
Mm-hmm.
They're clearly on his side, where the rest of the crowd really just thought they're here to see a good fight.
Yeah. Connor will glance down. It's like, so, do you prefer if I'm dressed the same as you, or will this be fine?
Whatever you'd be most comfortable with. We can certainly provide you with with a, he wouldn't say proper attire. But,
Connor's sitting there debating if he should say, let's just go, because he's technically wearing battle armor. I mean, it just looks like a coat, but it is armor.
I see the gears turning, Jason.
Mm.
Hey, this guy doesn't know he's wearing a fancy coat. He just knows he's wearing a coat.
Yeah. He'll actually take his coat off.
My buddy who's watching the stream but messaging me on Messenger said it's either Yifu or Fu. It's what the clothing is called.
Okay.
Ah.
I knew there were different names depending on which country you were in.
Yeah.
Even though the outfits are fairly similar.
Yeah, but he'll take the coat off and sort of Sasha, would you mind holding on to this for me?
Takes it. Don't get your ass kicked.
Well, at least wanted to have it be sporting. What?
Nothing. Goes back standing with the other two.
Hilarious is probably like closer to the front row with like
saying
their GoPro going.
And I'll say, and Connor will he'll just sort of like fluff his hair a bit and use his light finger to basically palm the small version of the staff, and then put it in his pocket so it doesn't fall out, but he can still have the bonus from having the staff on him.
Seems cheap to me, but whatever. Float your boat.
I haven't seen what this guy does yet. I'm not convinced it's cheap yet.
I mean,
Yeah.
he took off his armor, so.
All right. Sorry, I apparently hit my wheel at some point and rolled away from this.
Quick question.
Mhm.
Using Presence of Magic, does she sense anything on the other dude?
She does not.
Okay. She doesn't say anything. She's just curious. Anything else in the dojo? Now she's just looking around like, da, da, da.
Anything else magic in here? Maybe.
She's not gonna steal anything. She's just nosy.
Not gonna steal anything. That's what Connor's for.
Curiosity.
Yeah, we do not need to get in trouble on a layover.
Yeah.
Again.
There is
Again.
towards the back of the dojo a little shrine that there's a slight presence of the divine there.
Yeah, no, she ain't touching a shrine. She knows
Yeah.
better than that.
And it's nothing. It's nothing unusual.
Yeah.
For a shrine put up by people that actually follow the belief system.
Yeah. She's not gonna touch that at all. Just like, okay.
But no, there's nothing that seems to be particularly magical here.
Yeah. Connor will stand ready. Kind of bouncing on the balls of his feet a little bit.
All right. he does the typical kind of step forward, bow. Everybody strikes their pose.
Initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Sasha leans over like, would it be in bad form to throw the bees out there?
Yes.
I only got one.
I mean, it'd be funny.
He also only got a 1.
It will also be fun.
Okay. So ties to player, I guess?
Yeah, we'll let the task go player. So you can take the first swing.
Okay.
Swing, kick, or whatever.
Yeah, he'll sort of zip forward and try to hit him.
All right.
Going more for dexterity than heavy hits. Because he doesn't want to commit to heavy swings yet, because he doesn't know this guy's style. So... Oh, Lord.
Oh, baby.
Yep, no successes.
Wow.
It's not a flub, but...
Yeah, there's no 1s there.
Just straight up down the middle of mediocrity.
Yeah,
You do have points in dexterity, right?
5, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I have maximum dice that I can use.
Okay.
They just
Dice.
all sucked.
The dice just decided, screw you, buddy.
It's like you're doing something different. No, not allowed.
Alright, that's
Yeah.
a momentum point, though.
It is.
Scully, why?
Oh, okay. Let me give you else momentum then while I'm thinking about it.
We have 5, right?
No, we have 2.
2.
I thought we had 4.
We have
We
2.
had 4, and then the one I thought would have made it 5.
No, we,
Somebody burned a lot right at the very end last session.
yeah, last session,
Gotcha.
I don't know who it was, but somebody burned all of it.
We'll blame Robert
one
or
go.
Duba because he was not here.
That's
All
fair.
right, so that's
Yeah.
5 successes on the initial roll, but 3 of those were 2. But yeah, 3 of those were zeros
Mm-hmm.
or 10s. Yeah. So that's 3 rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
That's another 2. So we got a total of 7 successes.
Okie
Let me pull up the combat stunts right quick. All right.
Okay.
And what is your
so,
defense?
4 now, so it only has 3.
Okay.
Should have kept the jacket.
Yeah.
This will be humbling.
All right. So he inflicts damage for free. Do you have anything that jacks that up?
He has to burn a success to inflict damage.
Okay. So he's got 3. He burns 1 success to inflict damage.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. He's not really wanting to shove you because he's not there. Nobody's wanting to wreck the building.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll spend. So he'll inflict the damage with 1. He'll spend 1 to knock you down, so he knocks you prone.
Okay.
I guess the last one will just go to waste because there's really nothing else. All right, your go.
Is he like strong arming or is he like also being dexterous?
Well, he kind of rolled out of the way of Connor's punch and then delivered one of his own.
Hmm.
I mean, you've seen Connor fight a lot. You've seen Kim fight a couple of times. This guy you're a relatively untrained eye. Just in this first little exchange, yeah, he's clearly on par.
Mhm.
Now it will be a mixed action for you to get up.
Yeah, but it's the exact same roll. Either way. So I will do that. That's better. So 8 total. Buy off 1 to get up for 7.
So you've got 7. His defense is a 4.
Okay, so let's just do a 3. So I will do damage. Combat stunts. Da. Where is the... Ah. Okay. And, yeah, you know what? Being a monkey, I will use the last two to establish a grapple.
Okay. Alright, so you force your opponent into a grapple. Both you and they can only make grapple physical action until somebody breaks free.
Mhm.
The person who initiates the grapple is in control.
Yep.
And then grapple's got its own set of. Alright, so you establish a grapple. You hurt him and managed to establish a grapple.
Yes.
So for his action, he will of course try to break free.
Mm-hmm.
Now it only takes one success to break free of a grapple.
It's variable. It's variable. It's free if you're in control, but the cost is however many successes were spent establishing the grapple.
Oh, I see.
If
It,
you're
ha-
not.
it has a 1S behind the initial name, but then yeah, the explanation goes a little
Yeah.
deeper than that.
Yeah, so he has to spend 2 to break free of the grapple.
Okay. Alright, but it's still... That's the extra moves he makes. It's still just his regular roll. Well, that was not great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's suddenly got a lot better. Alright, so we got a total of 4 successes.
Okay. Do I make a I only make a defense roll if he tries to hit me after getting out of the grapple, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So yeah, he's going to spend one of those to get out of the grapple.
Yeah, spend 2.
Oh, that's right. You spent 2. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So that leaves him with 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he's going to go ahead and try to punch you with those.
All right. Stamina. Defense is a 3.
Okay, so he fails to do any damage, but he does break out of the grapple.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So, you threw a punch, he dodged that, punched you,
Mm-hmm.
then you caught him with a knee or something and then grabbed him. Now he's broken out of that and missed you with a punch, and y'all are both kind of standing there.
Yep. I'll swing again.
The crowd is loving this, by the way.
No, I'm not surprised.
His guys are cheering him on. The rest of the crowd is just kind of oohing and ahhing over whoever's done the neatest thing.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's 7.
All right, his defense is a 4, so
Leaves me with 3. So I will inflict damage again, and I'll knock him down this time.
okay. So this time he goes down.
Mhm.
He does that little, well, let me roll his successes. Let me roll before I tell you what he does. Because he may or may not succeed at what he's trying.
Yeah.
Alright.
Sweet delay.
4. Alright, so we got 4 successes. One of those is sacrificed for him getting up. Where he does that little kind of kick the leg and just kind of spring himself back up.
Yep.
And the other 3 he's going to try to hit you with him.
Fair.
So give me a defense roll.
4 successes. Or 4 defense total, I should
Yeah,
say.
2 successes, which adds to your defense. Because your defense is your defense is automatically a 2, period, right?
No. All the player characters' defense is automatically 1. Roll 2 successes plus 1 for staff. So
Oh, the
4
stab,
defense
okay.
total. And then I have soft armor 1, which means if he bypasses the defense, then he has to spend an additional success to actually do damage.
Okay. But anyway, so he springs up and takes a swing, but misses.
Mm-hmm. That is 10 successes
Oh, jeez.
to
Minus
hit.
minus his 4 then.
Right. So hit, and I will critical,
Okay.
and then grapple again.
All right. And let's see. So how many successes went into the grapple?
2.
Okay. He will try to break out.
Okay.
And if he manages to break out, he'll try to punch you too. But...
Right.
1, 2. So that's 4, 5. All right. So we got a total of 5 successes.
Okay. Has to burn 2 to get out.
2 to get out. So that's 3 that he attacks you with.
All right.
Oh, jeez.
Defense is a 5.
So once again, he misses.
That is 5 successes to counter.
All right. You got defense of 4.
All right, and I will. You know what, I'll not do damage this time. I'll spend the 1 to sweep and knock his legs out from under him again.
Okay.
Have y'all figured out how Connor fights hand to hand yet?
Yes.
He keeps adding difficulties.
So he hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
This time he gets up a little slower. He's struggling a little bit. He kind of gets up. He's a little wobbly.
Mm-hmm.
And then he just bows to you. I yield. I thought I was roughly your equal in our first exchange, but you have been you have shown your superiority after that.
Well, you can probably thank Dad for that, and my grandfather. And he'll bow. That was a fun bout. I enjoyed it.
It was definitely a learning experience.
He'll walk up and he'll offer a hand.
I'm gonna.
Looks at him just a second, but
hand.
he's familiar. He speaks English, so clearly he's familiar enough with
Yeah.
to know a handshake.
Why
So yeah,
not?
he reaches out and shakes you. Everybody kind of
Like-
cheers. Some of his guys are a little grumbly, but
I'm gonna lean my head over to Sasha's and be like, what's Chinese for let's give it up for Connor?
She'll translate it.
So I guess we'll get up and just say in the most broken fucking Chinese. Let's give it up for Connor!
Oh Lord.
it's good enough the crowd understands you. Some of them are kind of laughing at you, but everybody gives the little applause or whatever.
Sasha's shaking her head like, no, we've learned a lesson here.
Yeah, Connor will say. I will say that definitely shown that Kim is certainly not the best pupil that your master has had.
He just kind of smiles. Perhaps I should have been saying he was one of the more skilled pupils that the masters had.
Nevertheless, it was an enjoyable bout.
Thank you. You only you were doing me a favor. You only learn from battling your betters.
I appreciate that. I will say then, one warrior to another. Did you see what I was doing?
With the trips and grapple, you're always giving me something else to think about,
Precisely.
rather than
Controlling the
just being
battlefield.
able to focus on striking you.
Always add a little bit of chaos into the fight. It's my father's way.
Yeah, well, you must truly be his son then.
I'd certainly hope so. And his tail would pop out and wave. Otherwise, this would be real awkward.
Oh, the crowd's all like, ooh, we got a bunch of the younger kids. Ooh, with their phones. Who they were kind of already filming some of this.
Yeah. No. That is all. I do need to get some rest. We have an early flight tomorrow.
Oh, of course. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for yours. Have a good night.
You as well. And then he turns around, he's holding his side. He's kind of limping back towards the back of the dojo. Little crowd follows you out in the streets. They're still snapping pictures and stuff. One or two people want you to sign. One or two of the younger people want you to sign something.
Yeah, he will.
You get back to your hotel, and one of the faux Connors has shown up with enough raw meat that all the animals that you left there are still there.
Ah, good. Enjoying your meal, Shauna.
You don't get any words. You get a nod of the head as Sean's still swallowing like the leg of a cow or whatever it was you brought.
Sounds about right.
Smoochums has eased over close and is like waiting for her to drop anything.
Just has gone back to crocodile for better food grabbing mode.
I kind of assume anytime Smoochums isn't in the public, he probably reverts back to his normal form.
Yeah. Except like when one's ear scratches, because ear scratches are a whole new experience for Smoochums.
That's fair.
I just imagine like Shauna like leaves some and Surgeon is immediately on it and starts death rolling.
No, she's got like part of a leg hanging out of her mouth. He snaps the one edge, one piece of it, and starts trying to death roll it out of her mouth.
This Lady in the Tramp.
Yeah.
It's like a really fucked up Lady in the Tramp.
I've seen that video. It's like this tiny alligator like grabs something, starts death rolling, and it's just not moving.
Death rolls it and just goes back to their corner.
I ship it.
Gators are funny.
No, I like the video I saw of you see a golfer walking along, and it's like right as he gets up on an alligator, he realizes he's up on an alligator, and he just kind of, does the double take and jumps and runs away. And then you got another one that comes strolling by, sees the gator, and just takes the end of his club and just kind of pops it on the butt, and it makes it scurry off into the water. That's how you can tell which golfers live in Florida and which ones are visiting Florida.
Yeah. I mean, like my boss, like he was fishing a few weeks ago, and he ended up hooking a gator like on the head with the hook, and it just let him spin him around in the lake. He sort of lounged there like, well, this is my life now.
Gators aren't big on expending energy when they don't need to.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit here and
Dinosaurs.
I'm just gonna let him spin me until he gets close enough that I can bite him in one lunge.
Yep.
Yeah. But at the hotel.
But yes. So you get back to the hotel and y'all can go out and get dinner. Y'all can order room service, whichever.
Yeah. Connor will look Talarius straight in the eyes and like, so did you get what you wanted?
Absolutely.
I figured.
Pats.
I put on a show just for you.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
But it was a show.
Yeah. I actually had to stop myself from instinctively using any of my divine power.
Does it feel to be closer to normal?
Yeah, my life's never really been normal, but it was odd. He's just kind of half lounging on Shauna, just like stretched out on the floor.
Close to normal, we say, while you're lounged on a dragon.
Yeah, normal's relative at this point in time.
He's just talking about Connor normal.
Yeah.
She's surprisingly warm for a reptile.
Maybe you got some of my connection to fire after all. Pat's dragon.
Or maybe we bring her raw food. You should be cooking it before much longer.
Oh God, no.
Yes.
Just incinerate a whole cow.
Just get back, and she's just made this nest where she's like burned a hole in the ground.
I'm not getting the security deposit back on this hotel room.
Let's
The
not.
pet deposit.
But anyway, you get your food. The night passes. Pretty uneventfully.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you order the room service, the guy delivering it, rolls the cart right in and is just staring at the animals while he's kind of half explains what you've ordered, but he's just looking at the animals.
Just
Not in
give 'em a
shock
really
because he kind of knew they were here, but
Mm-hmm.
just give him a good tip and send him on his way.
he seems particularly taken by the dragon.
Odd question, you all, but it's one I've been pondering.
Hmm?
Have you ever thought what would it be like if we had to actually hide all this power that we had from the common people?
A giant pain in the ass.
I mean, like, there were some rules we had to follow that we weren't allowed to show anything, and we had to, like, maybe eliminate people if they figured it out. I don't know. It's just be one of those weird things.
I live in the woods.
Oh, there you go.
It wouldn't be hard for me.
Just one of the things I was thinking
Shoot.
of is like we're so used to our powers being known. It's just be interesting to see if I think kind of be interesting and a little annoyingly obnoxious if we had to hide them.
I mean, most of my powers involve hiding already, so
Oh, you got a leg up on all of us then. I may or may not be referencing Vampire the Masquerade.
yeah, I was catching that.
Figured that's what you were.
Yeah.
What I mean. I'd be good in the woods. I wouldn't be found.
Somewhere in Alabama, there's a coterie of vampires going.
Why are all of
Somebody's
our ears
talking
burning?
about us.
See, I'm looking up the other modern day gods game that I know of to say, do they hide what they are in part-time gods?
I mean, most of my stuff, besides, pretty easy to hide. I can't explain away this. But,
Yeah, are you ever going to be able to fly with those at some point?
God, I hope not.
Why?
Don't like heights?
I already have to think about what I'm gonna do with everything else. Think about what I'm gonna do with wings. I explain that to my mother.
Yo, Mom, I got wings. What up?
Hasn't your mother already seen the wings?
Yeah, she's
She
seen them.
She
but
thought they
they're
were
like little-
adorable.
they're like little vestigial ones, but like not whole ass
Yeah, little baby chicken wings.
yeah.
So you don't want to have like really big wings or anything to fly around with? Get a better bird's eye view of things to get better camera angles or whatnot for those shows you do?
You could be your own drone.
You could be your own drone.
If I could just find a way to be, you said normal, and like you were talking about it, and it's just like this is all. My stuff is mostly subtleties. It's words. It's phrases that inflame or repel or get someone to tell the truth, as we all know and love. I don't know if this is for me. it's given to me, obviously. I don't really have a choice in the matter. But I could just as well be just a YouTuber back home.
Having regrets already.
Already, we've been at this for like months.
Yes, but out of all of us, you're the most recent to discover their own divinity, so to speak.
Yeah.
And you don't have it the easiest out of all of us either. With your father and all.
Yeah.
Stepmom fucking hates me.
Well,
At least your mother still loves you, regardless.
yeah. Yeah, I'm honestly not surprised that his wife is kind of miffed.
They don't say nothing to Zeus. Zeus does this shit all the time.
Zeus is also the head of his pantheon.
Well, so if I'm the head of my pantheon, I can just have sex with whoever I want.
That's good.
Kind of was how it worked.
Yeah. Although, downside being, look how many stories ended with, hey, or how many tragedy stories actually started with Zeus going, yo, you look nice. I gotta knock you up now.
I
mean-
know.
Honestly, are we surprised Hera didn't kill him somehow?
Yes, I am surprised.
That would have made things a whole lot easier.
We should probably stop. We're gonna be on a plane in the sky tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's not like Zeus is going to come out and strike us down or anything.
Yes.
Do
Just
you want to
immediately
risk that?
puts the finger on Sasha's lips, like.
Let's not tempt the fate like that.
Of
You
all
hear a little
of-
crack of thunder in the distance. Or you
Of
think you
all
do,
the
and then you realize
gods
it's the
to
garbage
be-
truck behind the hotel, banging the dumpster.
of all the gods that I've met so far, ours, and I'm pointing to between myself and Jaden, are the most petty.
Oh, you're gonna have a riot when you meet Dad, aren't you?
Probably.
Yeah, the Shin can be pretty petty. The Shin can be Olympian level petty. I don't know that they messed with that. They pulled that stuff on mortals as much. They
They
pull
did it
on
with each
a lot.
other. Is the difference?
Yeah, they do it with each other.
Which in
Like-
my
That's
book is a
fine.
little better. At least you're kind of butting heads with your equals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
like there was one I do not remember his name. Saved my life. Put Wukong in a crucible to try to melt him down into soup for 40 days.
Go in this crock pot and think about what you did.
and then eventually he opened it up and Wukong jumped out, goosed him, and ran away.
And I think came out stronger from the heat,
Yeah, he did.
like physically stouter.
hmm
I think that was all in the lead up to what got the Buddha imprisoning him under the mountain.
Yeah, it's because he drank the elixir of immortality. So the god who made it wanted to melt him down into soup to brew the elixir out of him again, or something to that effect.
Hmm.
Strainers work just as well.
This is some, Facebook essential oils kind of shit.
Bath salts.
Of the gods.
Yeah.
But it's just I mean, do the Shin mess with mortal lives as often as? Gestures back again towards myself and
Well-
Jaden.
My dad isn't really a good measuring post to say yay or nay to that. He's kind of, the prank master of all time.
Okay.
But from what I know, what little I do know from what grandfathers told me, the overworld of the Shin is the only overworld that's still physically connected to the world itself.
So we took a 2-month ladder journey for nothing.
And it's
Physically connected and spiritually connected are different things.
yeah,
Oh,
like to get to the overworld of the Shin, you're climbing a physical mountain, and then it's at the top of the mountain.
Oh.
Granted, you have to, not cut in line and, wait in line to get up the queue, because if you do, then there's demons up there that punt you down the mountain. But
Oh, nothing.
uh
I'm waiting for concerts. That's fine.
but from everything I've learned, they stay connected to the world because the Shin still believe it's their duty to protect it and to protect mortals. So they're better in that regard, at least.
Yeah, that's mostly what I was getting at. They just let that hang.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what to expect to the stairway up to Dad's mountain. Granted, he has his own overworld himself that is separate from the others. He's the god of chaos. I have no idea if there's going to be an orderly line up that stairway or not.
Only one way to find out.
Ain't that the truth? But
Alright.
anyway, we got a long day ahead of us, which long day could mean it's gonna be a long walk and climb.
Yeah.
I guess we're stocking up on water and like snacks, or it'll be just like the ladder where it won't affect us.
No, it's a physical location still connected to the world. It's not a
Okay.
spiritual journey like the ladder to the net jairs
Buying
world is.
a nice coat.
Nice coat, comfortable shoes, water, snacks.
Well, now before y'all left, I think Robert had managed to get your combat coats ready.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
that's nice for protection. Now,
I'm sure it's
hitting on it.
warm too.
Sure.
I hear Kevlar is quite warm actually.
Put a nice wool lining in it if we needed to.
Mm-hmm.
It says you zip it in, it's removable.
There you
Forward
go.
Thinking.
Robert thought of everything.
Yeah.
I want to say
Hey,
his father
Robert.
once made a Viking longboat you could fold it and put in your pocket.
So that's where that came from in D&D.
German engineering's got nothing on Norse engineering back in the day.
Yeah.
And yes, that is definitely where D&D got it.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Then yeah, they'll have that. They'll make sure they have water, comfy shoes. They already have that, and a face mask. Not because pandemic or anything, just because they don't want to be breathing cold air into their lungs.
Exactly. Or a scarf or something.
Yeah, that's a
Jeremy-
true.
Jeremy learned that trick climbing Enchanted Rock.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Connor over here going, "This is great."
Just zipping up the mountain.
If we can zip up the mountain.
But would Connor try to?
Honestly, no. He wouldn't. He knows the reputation of the demons that guard the stairways.
Boy, I don't care who your daddy is, you get the back of the line.
Yeah. But we'll go sleep. Yay, nay.
Yay.
Sleep.
Alright, so you're retired for the evening.
Mhm.
The dragon is sleeping out in the well, let's see. Probably just sleeping out in the common area. It can get through the doors, but it's an ordeal.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that Spruce probably sleeps at the foot of Jaden's bed.
Yeah. Well, it depends on how big the beds are.
Well, I was thinking about on the floor at the foot of the bed, but yeah.
Mm.
It's a queen size bed. That dog's just taking his half.
Yeah, basically. That'd be fine. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
he would.
Oh. Now it passes uneventfully, there's no break-ins, there's no weirdness. No weird dreams, no nothing. Get up the next morning, you order your breakfast. It's a lady that brings it in that time. And she's got an excited look on her eyes. She's before she even pushes the tray in.
She was clearly prepped.
They're taking, like, drawing straws down in the kitchen. Who gets going up?
Paper, rock, scissors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so yeah, Connor sees that. He just looks like, what, did you win the draw?
Oh, we threw chops.
Ah, that makes sense.
Oh, and she's looking at the dragon. Oh, he's beautiful.
She.
Oh, she's beautiful.
He'll look down and it's like, you hungry, Shauna?
Head comes up.
Cyrus looks really hard at Connor for a second, then was like, "Oh, right, room service."
I'm gonna need a lot of meat.
Cooked or?
I'd say rare.
Okay, she jots down. How many pounds do you think you need?
How many pounds did Connor order at the market last time?
We have
An
not discussed the
entire
dietary
cow?
requirements of your dragon.
An entire cow.
He
Might
will.
It might be cheaper to send Connor out again than to
Order
have room service bring up an entire cattle. Just saying.
I mean, probably, but what time of day is it?
Oh, this is early morning. I mean, this is whenever y'all would get up, get ready.
So would the butcher be open?
They have markets.
Or would
Like,
the market be
The,
open?
the markets
That
probably
point.
get open fairly early.
He'll order some, not like the sheer amount that he ordered, that he went out and bought, but he'll order some to kind of just tide
A
Sean
snack,
over.
basically, a snack sort of.
Yeah. He'll give the amount, which is probably still nothing to scoff at. But
Well, I was going to look up when the meat market's open in China, but all I get is COVID stuff.
well,
You're not wrong.
suspension of disbelief. We can.
Oh yeah. It's,
They're probably open early
it's
for
talking
like
about when they open
restaurants.
back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of that kind of stuff is going to open fairly early.
Okay.
I'm
So
figuring y'all
he'll
probably aren't getting up till 7 or 8 anyway.
He'll send another Connor. He'll send a Connor out to go get some more food. He just opens the window and he just.
She's also impressed with the other two animals, but the dragon, clearly she was really up here for the dragon.
Smoochums is back to doggo mode whenever anyone comes in.
Yeah, so she didn't pay any attention to Spruce.
Smoochums is the puppy dog.
Spruce gets a little bit of attention. She's like, "Oh, did you actually have to go to Greece to get him?"
No, it was given to me as a gift when I was little.
Oh, how long does that kind of dog live?
A long time. I mean, his father's still alive.
And is thousands of years old.
Thousands of years old.
Leaning over to like Sasha, I'm like, I'm gonna give her like 3 more puppies before I kick her out.
Be nice.
I just feel like there's a line back there of people just waiting to like take a peek.
We're leaving in what, a couple hours. Just be nice.
Can I take a picture of him?
Sure.
She snaps a picture of Spruce, snaps a picture of the dragon, and then turns around and kind of selfies with him right quick. Oh, thank you so much.
There's
Nobody
definitely a selfie
would
where it's
believe
hilarious.
me. Nobody outside of the staff here would believe me without pictures.
There's definitely a selfie where it's hilarious. It's looking directly at the camera, just like
Ha.
Sasha just
Cat.
mean mugging Hilarious.
Be nice to the mortals.
Connor's
I'm not doing anything to it.
Connor's probably actually like lounging on Shauna, just like, eh.
But once she gets her pictures, she goes in and unloads the food and takes her tray.
I just imagine those pictures like, so this band of scions, just glare, mean mug, lounging on dragon.
Americans.
Yep.
Mm-mm.
So as y'all get ready to take off, Robert's flight comes in. He catches up with you.
Mm.
He probably just hangs out at the airport when he gets there, and y'all meet him there. But you get back through security without any trouble. Like I said, Connor's got got everybody's paperwork done. Shauna's not super happy to get back in her box, but
Yeah.
I just picture like it's always the one cart with like the squeaky wheels, like
One that just kind of spins.
So y'all load up, on the plane. You take off for Boto. It's a hour and a half, 2.5 hour flight. I think it was 2.5. I looked it up, then I didn't write it down. So, and you wind up landing at the Boto Donghi Airport. That I did look up. Like I said, it's a city of about 2 million, so it's a decent sized city. Nothing like Beijing or anything, but considerably larger than Olympus, though. Again, you have all the paperwork. Everybody is stopping and checking your paperwork, though. They're not spending a whole lot of time, but everybody is stopping you to take a close look at, like Spruce. And to peek under the tarp. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, the paperwork said dragon. It's a dragon, okay.
Yeah.
So, leaving the airport, you can get into a rental vehicle. Again, you probably had to rent a truck.
Mm-hmm.
and have a Connor in the back.
Well, probably a truck for the animals and then a car for the rest of you. And you can drive up pretty close to the mountain. There's not really a town around the mountain, but there's a road that kind of loops out close to it. So you can get more or less to the foot of the mountain, by vehicle, and then you'll just have to hoof it up the mountain.
Mm.
Now, do you rent the cars or do you hire cars with drivers?
Probably be easier to hire than to leave it here and hope we get back in time to return it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We just come back and they're all destroyed again.
They're all on just bricks in the middle of a field.
Can't have shit in Detroit.
Yes, I think we're gonna hire.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you hire some local drivers, one of them speaks some English. You know, between Sasha and Connor, it's not really an issue.
Yeah.
The one driving the truck keeps glancing in the rearview mirror, you know, at the big box in the back. Keeps asking whoever's riding with him, you fed that one good this morning, right?
Yes, I fed her enough.
Okay. Big responsibility, a pet.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
The other guy jabbers on like your typical cab driver. You know, hey, where y'all from? This, that, and the other, you know. He is aware of people like you running around. He hadn't actually heard of you. You know, y'all are kind of far away from Olympus, if you know. People that are really into Scions have probably heard of you, but not necessarily anybody else.
Yeah.
They're both kind of delighted to hear, you know, if you let slip who Connor's related to, they're both kind of, you know, jazzed about that. And both of them are kind of like, oh, that's why you're going to the mountain. Okay.
Yeah.
And they keep at, you know, whichever one's riding with Connor keeps asking Connor, you know, did your father really do this? And did your father really do that?
Father did a lot of things. I can't keep track of everything Dad did, or we would be here for probably more than your entire family line.
Yeah, that's fair. What's your father like in person? You know, I mean, it's just that kind of talk.
What's your father like in person? Well, the most recent time I met him, he was in a nurse outfit about to shove a giant syringe up a man's butt.
Was it a syringe or was it a thermometer?
I believe it was a thermometer.
Well, yeah, it was, but
Which tracks for Wukong?
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So they drop you off. They have a phone number that you can call them back. You know, if you're ready, when you're ready to be picked up. The one with the truck offers, you know, he offers to take because I fear you're gonna let the dragon out of her box once y'all get here. You know, he offers to just, you know, he'll hang on to that box and bring it back when y'all call.
Yeah, that'll work. Thank you.
You know, well, from his point of view, that kind of guarantees that he'll be the one you call to come get you.
Yep.
Well, we got to call him. He's got the box, so that's the return business.
Mm-hmm.
So they drop
And
you off, and
Connor's fine with that, so it's not to lug the box around.
you know, so y'all are at the, you know, not quite at the very foot of the mountain, but you know, you see the mountain up ahead of you. I didn't write the mountain's name down. I will.
Well,
Steve. The mountain's name is Steve.
no, it's an actual name in the PDF. Let me see if I can find it.
Well, it's an actual mountain, though whether or not the real mountain is actually where it was in the myth, in the story or not, is a little iffy. But
Yeah.
but the writer actually used an actual mountain's name. Well, mountains of flower and fruit is often what it's called in the story, so we'll just go with that.
Huangao Shan. It is in eastern China's Jiangsu province.
See, the one I looked up earlier, located up in Inner Mongolia. I wonder if everywhere over there has tried to claim it.
Probably.
Probably.
I mean, you go to the Middle East, and there's a lot of places that tried to claim to have what's it, Mount Ararat,
Yeah.
that Noah's Ark was supposed to be on.
Mhm.
Anyway, for our purposes, it's in
Yeah.
Mongolia or
Jeez.
inner Mongolia. Excuse me, outer Mongolia.
I love how part of
Inner
this is every time the Shin try to take over the mountain, Sun Wukong mysteriously disappears to watch Snapchats of the chaos. It's great.
So y'all venture forward, and there's some farming in the area, because you're out a little ways from any of the cities that are built up, more industrial, of course. Anytime the farmers spot the dragons, you see them start kind of herding their cows away from all of you.
That's fair.
Every time your dragon sees the cows, she starts to wander over in that direction.
No, you cannot eat those cows.
I'm not hungry. Moo cows.
Or are you? Mm-hmm.
Oh, cows. Oh.
I do wonder what Dad wants, though.
Well, points at mountain. Once we get up that, we'll have a better idea.
Yeah, I just hope it's not at war again. Well, actually, it being in the middle of their usual war might be fun.
No.
I'm now picturing just hordes of little monkeys running around with like World War II army helmets on.
I'm back. What did I
Well,
miss?
It's from the on the PDF. It literally says like occasionally the Shin try to take control of the mountain, and then all the monkeys and demons there just like welcome the Shin in with open arms and cause such massive amounts of chaos that they just leave.
Let's see. What did you miss, Rap? Y'all are walking through farmland, basically headed towards the mountain at this point.
Okay.
All the farmers are like herding their cows away from you because you have a dragon with you. The three-headed dog, they don't seem to mind as much. The dragon,
Understandable.
and the dragon is very interested in the cows. Not because she's hungry, just it's moo cows.
Hmm.
Want to pet the cows.
Where'd she even get that vernacular from? She hasn't been around 4-year-olds.
It's just like the universal consciousness.
Okay.
Maybe she reads a lot of picture books in her spare times.
Well,
She has one of those spin and says, or speak and says.
Well, she's gone from one word sentences yesterday to 2-word sentences today. So her vocabulary is expanding exponentially.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow will
God
be 4-word
save us
sentences.
all.
The day after that will be 8-word sentences.
Then she'll be sassing us all.
I can see that.
So how do we get up the mountain? Just pick a side and walk, or is there like a
It should be
the
stairs.
queue starts here, or is there like one of those little rope things they have at the bank?
Probably. I've never actually been to Dad's mountain before, but I guess look for some stairs.
That is the most reasonable thing I've heard.
Alright, so for the moment, though, y'all are just starting up the side of the mountain. Can your dragon fly yet?
No,
Okay.
she's not old enough.
Every now and then, as you're going up there, she'll get up on like a little rock cropping and jump off, spread her wings and jump off.
Aw, that's
She's not
actually
doing much
cute.
gliding yet, but it's just something she's doing.
Trying to learn how to fly already.
chubby baby dragon landing.
It's not. It's not graceful. It's like a Goonie bird landing. She's just kind of frolicking. It's like, she's been in the box. You keep her indoors in Olympus for the most part. I mean, you take her out to the park some. She stayed in the hotel in Beijing. She just kind of likes being out.
Yeah.
Seems to be happier out here in the woods and farmland than she was in town.
Well, I know what I'm doing when we get back to Olympus. Finding a house.
With a large yard.
Yeah.
Her and Spruce are both being distracted by squirrels periodically.
Squirrel!
Patting Smoochums. You're the best boy out of all of them.
Well, I mean, Shauna's a girl, so technically correct.
You're the best mythological beast out of all of them.
Hey.
So you spend an hour or two, once you actually start up the mountain, an hour or two later, you're, several miles up, or not miles straight up, but you've been traveling for a couple of miles. You're decent up the mountain. You kind of work around two large rocks, and then there are some stairs.
Huh.
At the base of the stairs, there are little metal poles with a little fur rope through them.
Slightly buggy.
A little bit. Very bright colors.
This has Dad written all over it.
It
There's
really does.
There's one kind of, across the entranceway, and just behind that, at the very base of the stairs, you have a monkey holding a clipboard.
Oh, we found it, folks. We're here.
Connor he'll walk up. Hello.
Greetings.
We need to get up the mountain. Dad was calling.
I see. Flip some papers. And what is your name?
Connor Hughes.
Hughes. And what business is it that you have for the great sage, Heaven's Equal?
He gave me a note that said I needed to come see him as soon as possible.
Flip, 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 flip. Your name is not on the list.
Well,
do you have the note with you?
pulls it out.
May I?
Yes. As long as I get it back.
He unfolds it, looks at it. And then crumbles it up and throws it at you. Clearly a forgery.
He grabs it and then right back at the monkey.
It's a regular sized monkey, so it's standing on a stool to be up human size. So you knock it off its stool.
I don't know. Never mind. This is your game. You play your game. It's okay.
He just
Nope.
Connor
Nope.
just grins and just sort of leans over, like arms on the stool as he looks down at the monkey. Well, I could bring that up with Father when I get up there.
If he invited you, your name would be on the list. Picks himself up, starts dusting himself off. Looks horrified at the amount of dirt that's on his clipboard.
Well, you and I both know Father's reputation.
That he is
Would it be
great and
too-
wise.
Well, yes, but would it be too hard to believe that he also didn't tell you just to cause some chaos?
That wouldn't be unheard of.
Yeah.
Still, I don't see your name on the list.
Ah, yes, of course, of
Is
course.
there something else your father would have called you on the list?
Yeah, and he'll pull out. I'll say he did. He would have bought some fruit at the farmlands on the way up there, so he will. 2 hands, one with a banana, one with a peach.
He takes the peach. Oh yes, here's your name. Moves a little rope. Please enjoy your time in the mountain of was it fruit and something? I forget. Flowers and fruit.
Flowers and fruit, yeah. Thank you.
Please do not litter, and please pick up after your pets.
Yeah, that is the plan. Oh, what's your name, by the way? As they're walking past.
Bolin.
Olin?
Bolin. Bolin.
Bolin.
I mean, he doesn't spell it for you. That's me spelling it.
Okay. Right. Did his clipboard have a pin?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna use my light fingered knack to say that pin's in my hand now.
Okay, that's no problem. I mean, the pin
As
probably
he
hit the
walks
ground
by.
when you knocked him down. So
It's like, oh, Bolin.
yes.
He'll twirl the pin in his fingers. You want this back?
Oh yes, please. Reach for it.
And as he reaches for it, Connor just goes,
His eyes narrow. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a shiny rock.
rock, pin.
This is going to be a very long walk.
You know, he clips the rope
Yeah,
shut
it
behind you. Americans surprised they could find China.
Imperfect, unaccented. Whichever dialect Bolin is speaking, because I'm guessing he sassed us, not in English.
No, it was not in English. Actually, none of what he has said has been in English.
Monkeys, I'm surprised you can manage a pen.
Oh, we have very dexterous fingers, and we can manage many things. For example, this, and he gives you the finger.
Because she knows his name is Bolin, eyes flash. You should sit down and behave, Bolin, and just keeps walking. Seconds blaze.
He's a very quiet, penitent looking little monkey as y'all walk away.
Connor's cackling like, oh, Dad's gonna love you.
Or I'm gonna get kicked out. One of the three will find out.
Well, it's much faster getting punted down the mountain than walking back down.
Cool. Can you just kick us out instead of making us walk back down, please? Or at least give us like a box lid so we can like sled it down the mountain.
At that point, Connor realizes he has a boon that makes him immune to fall damage. Tally ho! He just jumps off the mountain willingly.
Turning on
She's
God
like-
Skyrim.
Can someone just kick me? Just push me down the stairs. Just ragdolls the entire way down.
That reminds me of that thing from the ASU movie. It's like takes a walk and lands on a piano. I love it.
So y'all start up the mountain. You see the occasional other monkey off doing something to the side.
It does feel like we're making like progress up the mountain, right? It's not like Hilarious is very cautious after the fucking ladder.
No, see, from what Connor said, it was basically tethered to the human plane. So
There's
It's-
saying that,
Still,
and then there's experiencing it.
Mm-hmm.
when it feels like you've gone upstairs for a couple of hours,
Mhm.
you can tell that the sun has moved like you've been going for a couple of hours.
Okay. Making sure. You know, if they're gonna like break a sweat or whatever, they're gonna make sure
Mm.
they're making progress.
Yeah, as more monkeys are around, Conroe will sort of fall back a little bit. It's like, I'd hold on to your valuables if I were you.
I
One
will
thing,
kill
one
I will
one
kill a monkey.
one thing grandfather made sure to let me know of. Apparently, one of the popular tourist attractions of this place for mortals is to get pickpocked by a monkey.
I will kill a monkey.
Don't kill a monkey.
So,
They don't understand personal property.
just, fair warning.
Oh, we got Davy Jones show in the chat. Hey, Davy.
David
Hey.
Jones!
Hey, Davey.
Please don't drag us down to the briny depths.
Or do. Whatever.
Or do.
No.
I mean, at this moment and point in life, yes, please.
Can't possibly be worse than what's going on right now.
Mm,
I don't know. The lack of oxygen would imply maybe it could.
yeah, that could throw a wrench into it.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, y'all are going up the mountain. You pass. There's a monkey coming down.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of he gives you all a little bow, but doesn't really. And the stairs are kind of narrow, so you'll kind of have to squeeze past. Excuse me.
Hands over valuables. Like,
Let's see.
physically over valuables, not handing them to the monkey.
Alrighty, let's see here. Jaden, give me empathy, composure.
Okay. So with the bow, that's 2 successes.
Why do I get the feeling this is just an excuse to have you just pull out your prankster side, Jason?
I do not know what you could be referring to.
Mm-hmm.
I will be right back.
Alrighty.
Okie dokie.
As long as it's nothing valuable, Jaden will be okay.
So y'all pass him, Like I said, he's all like, hey, excuse me. And then he's just on his way. And y'all continue on up the mountain.
Alright.
You're getting relatively close to the top, and
Mhm.
over to one side there's a kind of a little plateau almost. There seems to be a hot spring. You see some monkeys lounging around in it.
Relaxing day.
And they're gonna roll their head and look at you. It's always good to relax after a hard day's work.
I can imagine.
What brings you to the mountain?
Visiting Dad.
All of them kind of look over at you at that point. It's like one of them was talking to you, and then you kind of get everybody's attention with that. Oh, is it one of Wukong's stray hares?
Yeah, that's a pretty accurate statement.
Or is it stray airs? I don't know. English is a very funny language.
Don't worry about it. I can speak Mandarin perfectly fine.
But then I don't get to say fun things like you're the son of Sun Wukong. Sun and Sun. Yeah, it's just a fun language.
It is.
Gruntle and barbaric, but still kind of fun.
Yeah, Dad said he needed to see me, so we're here.
It must have been a long walk up the mountain this far. You should come over here and relax.
I mean, I'm fine. Not sure about my companions, though.
Sirius has like the mask fully on. It's like,
Hilarious might enjoy it.
Look,
Maybe on
you
the
can
way down.
all have a soak.
maybe on the way back down.
We'll make room. Not gonna make the ladies walk all the way up without taking a rest, are you?
I've walked longer.
I'm fine.
Well, I guess we've been outvoted.
Oh well, it's your loss, I suppose.
Eh.
Perhaps we'll see you on the way back down.
Perhaps you will. Have the monkeys left anything sitting around within easy reach?
No, the pools or the spring is a little ways.
Okay.
10, 15 meters, from where y'all are walking.
Well, have a good soak then.
Have a good walk.
And he'll continue on up.
At last, you crest the top.
Mm-hmm.
And when you reach the top, the expanse that you can see looks like you're not sure the top of the mountain is actually big enough to hold all of this.
Mm-hmm.
But you see a very lush area, and it lives up to his name. You see fruit trees, the limbs are just weighed down with a bounty of fruit. There's flowering plants everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
All of the, aromas just kind of mixing in the air. It gives it an almost lightly perfumed scent.
See why Dad likes it here.
You see monkeys up and down in all kinds of trees. A wide variety of, basically any kind of monkey native to China is running around in here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And you see other wildlife too, and other sorts of mythical beings as you walk around.
He'll glance down at Shauna and is like, well, what do you think?
Smells nice.
Yes, it does.
And then she eats the monkeys. Wait, no.
She eats a monkey or two. It's not like some monkeys don't eat other monkeys. I mean,
To be fair, they were totally asking for it. They kept pulling her tail.
Spruce has found him something he wants to roll around in.
No.
Too late, mother.
He pauses, two of the heads look at you, and then they start rolling some more.
And that, Shauna's behavior, you do not need to emulate.
And Shauna's rolling and
She
stuff.
just looks at you like, what? Like she didn't quite catch all those words.
Just roll. Roll.
No.
Folds
do
her
it, it's
wings
fantastic.
And, like rolls over on the ground once and stands back up. Looks at Jaden, cocks an eye at her dad, like,
It takes a village to raise a dragon.
Yeah.
Any idea where your father might be?
Oh, there's no telling. Dad
Look
could
for the
be anyone
largest-
or anything, and
you do see something that looks almost castle-like in the distance.
Look for the largest source of chaos, and he's probably there.
Well, there's no war right now, so probably the castle.
Yeah, things do seem to be peaceful. Not inactive or orderly, but
Not warlike.
no. You see plenty of individuals that are fussing or fighting as y'all walk through. And a few show some interest in you, and But you do have a big three-headed dog and, a dragon, so certain critters aren't getting too close to you.
Yeah.
Lead the way.
And he will proceed to do so. Just head to the castle.
So you get to the castle, there is a small line leading from the door.
Mm-hmm.
And you notice people at the front keep seeming to get turned away and wandering off and leaving. One or two of them step up like they're making deliveries or giving messages, and the packages get taken before they leave.
Interesting. And Connor will just get in the back of the line.
Don't want to get punted down the mountain.
I mean, he'll be fine, but
All right, so if you don't take any damage from falling, if somebody lands on top of you, do they take any damage? Or are you like a big cushion?
see, that's a good question. Who knows?
But anyway, you eventually, like I said, there's a few dozen people in front of you, but you eventually, a couple hours later, get to the front of the line.
Okay.
There is another monkey. This is a larger breed.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot your family calls you Jerry. I was like, what? Oh.
All right, who are you?
Connor Hughes.
Don't see your name on the list. You'll need to go. And then he looks at who's standing right behind Connor. All right, then he looks at Sasha. All right, who are you?
I think you need to recheck your list. Hands over 4 peaches. His father called for him.
Oh, okay. Peaches disappear. Oh, yeah, here's your name. Unfortunately, Master Sun Wukong, the great sage, Heaven's equal, is not home at the moment. Do try again later.
Okay. And Connor just stands there and doesn't move.
Sir, you're holding up the line.
Said to try later. So we'll wait here until later.
Can you at least step to one side so I can deal with the rest of the line?
I could.
Please, sir, don't make me call security.
We have not cut the line. So technically there's been no violation of the rules. We are still
no-
at the front of the line.
There's been no violations about the rules about cutting a line.
Yeah.
You are still causing disorder and holding up other people. There are rules about that.
Disorder in my father's realm.
Yes.
Would that not be embraced?
Only if he's causing it.
How orderly of you. Seems very odd to me.
Be that as it may, sir, I need to let the rest of the line. There could be important messages being sent.
There could be.
The Emperor of Heaven often consults your father on important matters.
Is that why Dad's not here?
He did not tell me his business before he left. I do not know.
It seems odd that someone would leave after calling someone here urgently.
Perhaps it was an emergency. Perhaps you took too long getting here. I do not know.
Hmm.
Now, please, step to the side. And he looks at, I'm going to say Talarius is standing behind Sasha. And what is your name, sir? Or madam? Or what is your name?
Delirious Moriad?
You don't seem to be on the list. Oh, what is your business here?
With him. Making sure,
Oh.
you know, I get to see the face of, what did you call him?
Sun Wukong.
The Great Sage?
Oh, the Great Sage, Heaven's Equal.
That's the one. Making sure
I will.
I get to see the Great Sage, Heaven's Equal.
Then he looks back at Jaden. And you? Are you also with this crew? Oh, well, that's
He's not nerd yet, so.
that is some mighty large animals you have.
Yes, it is.
Be a shame if they got hungry.
Well, luckily you have Peaches with you, so I'm sure they'll be fine. Could
Oh
you
yes,
all-
crocodiles are known for their love of peaches. Smooch them doing like vibrating rumble.
Same with three-headed dogs, right?
Could you all just stand to one side? If you stand to one
Hey.
side, I'm sure I could get the kitchen to bring your animals something.
Famously vegetarian dragon.
No, because then we'll lose our spot in line, and we're not going to go all the way back down to the line just to stand right back in it.
I placed my I ordered ahead, so I'd like my.
If you step to the side, I will give you a number and you can be first in line tomorrow.
Tomorrow? That's how long it's going to take.
I don't know when Wukong will be back.
I'll take my chances standing in line right now.
Connor, do you still have cell service by chance?
He'll check his phone, does he?
I'm going to say yes because the Shin's world is still physically connected to Earth.
He
Perhaps
will,
I should give
he
your
will-
father a call.
he'll check that number that his dad texted him at, and he'll call it.
When did he text you?
When we were in
Egypt.
Oh, that's right.
he prayed to his dad, and his dad texted him. He was like, "What you need?"
You call that number, you get a woman's voice answers. Hello?
Hello.
Who is this?
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
This is Mr. Hughes. May I ask who answered this phone?
My name is I almost said Sarah just because I was looking at her name. This is
Hello?
Joan. She's
Dude,
got,
how
a, she's
meta.
got a slight Australian accent. This is Joan. Who are you?
Well, apparently my dad's love of pranks has extended to giving me fake numbers.
Is your father a pickpocket?
He's known to do that from time to time, yes.
What's your father's name?
Well,
He owes me a
Alex.
phone.
he goes by Son sometimes.
Damn, writing out your own father.
There's a lot of sons out there.
Can you give me his full name so I get the police on, or so I can take legal action and get some reimbursement for the phone he took?
Yeah, there's not any kind of legal action you're going to be able to take that's going to be able to hold him. Trust me, I know that.
Just give her the name. The reaction should be hilarious.
All right. Okay. My father's name is Sun Wukong, the Great Sage, Heaven's Equal.
That's a mouthful. You don't sound Chinese.
That's because I am not speaking Chinese right now.
Well, that's good because this conversation would be a lot shorter if you were.
Yes, I suppose it would.
Bye.
Oh, I bet I know who it was now. There was that Chinese guy that bumped into me.
I'm racist.
Have fun. Click. Well,
I
figured
guess.
out where I figured out where he got the phone from.
Australia.
Yeah, stole it, which I'm honestly not surprised about.
Then maybe it's time you try a different way of contacting your father.
That's true.
The monkey in front of you is like, yes, perhaps you could try to contact your father over here? This nice open space?
Nah,
I have another idea.
we're still in line. Give us a second.
How's about
So inconsiderate.
you let us go inside, out of your way, and we'll wait for him there.
Think of all the people. I'm not allowed to let you in if you're not on the list. Think of all the people behind you.
Ah, but here's the
He
thing.
is on the list.
You already said I am on the list.
Yes, but not all your friends. Please, just consider the poor people behind you.
Connor opens his coat. Well, he pulls out a peach. You sure?
He glances down at the 4 peaches he's already got.
There's more than one in here.
This is like the entire lining of the coat is peaches. They're like smuggling illegal
Peaches.
fruit.
What are you buying? What are you selling?
Peaches. That's what I'm
Have
selling.
you ever had a Georgian peach? The Russians grow peaches? No. The state of Georgia. Oh. And I pissed off any Georgians listening because they're not actually Russian.
I'm glad you and I went that same route though, Jason.
So, are you sure they're not on the list? He sets one peach down into the pile.
Well, I suppose I could double check.
Well,
He's
Two more
he's kind of
join it.
slowly turning the pages on his.
two
Good
more
lord.
join it.
Oh yes, here they are. What were your names again?
Sasha pointing as she says names. Talarius, Samoriad, Jade, and Karo.
Ah yes, here they are. All right. The animals are not on the list, but as long as you clean up after them and don't let them mess on the floor, you should be fine.
Oh no, you're welcome to try and wrangle a dragon. I'm sure that'd be hilarious.
No, I'll leave
I
that
could
sort of
watch
thing
that.
to the master. And this place also had the little rope thing, so he opens that and steps back.
Mm-hmm.
He opens the front door of the building. Kind of glances in. Please.
Connor will palm him 2 more peaches and like, for your trouble.
Oh, thank you. You're very generous.
I mean,
Let's run out of peaches.
it wasn't that
Jason.
hard.
As you start to walk in, there's suddenly these 2. They look huge and ape-like. One of them's got a horn coming out of his forehead. One of them has long, elongated, kind of pointed ears, but on bodies that are physically very gorilla-like.
Okay.
Connor, you would recognize them as they're basically ape demons.
Okay.
Like the ones that would punch you down the mountain.
He looks up and is like, I was wondering when I'd be seeing some of you.
How'd you get in here?
We were let inside.
By whom?
The gentleman out front.
There's not supposed to be anybody out there right now.
And you have monkeys running a racket.
About to say,
One of them growls and runs out the door, and you hear him yell the name Bingwin.
Connor just
I don't know what they're
cackles.
talking about. I didn't let anybody.
Connor is cackling like a madman.
If
Why does this seem like some kind of racket you would run?
It absolutely is. I've done it before.
If you glance out the now open door, you see the demon just shaking the monkey you were talking to peaches are falling out, from his little overcoat. And when they finally stop coming out, he gets thrown down. Back to the stables. Take care of the horses like you're supposed to. And the demon picks up all the peaches.
This is going about as well as expected.
Connor looks like he's having a field day.
This is going better than I expected.
And you see inside the door, over to one side, there's just a pile of like packages and message scrolls and stuff just thrown in the corner. It looks an awful lot like mail piled up.
I take it all that's important.
The master will take care of it when he gets home, maybe.
Where is Dad?
He's been gone for a week or so. Who are you?
I'm his son, Connor Hughes.
One of them looks over the other way. Do you recognize that name? Isn't that the one Isn't that the one he's got in America?
Yeah. One of them, maybe.
Guy starts knuckles on the ground as he walks past. Wait here. Let me go check the list of children's.
How big is that list?
Not as big as Zeus's, I bet.
He comes back with a... It looked almost like an old photo album. Starts flipping pages. Okay, Connor. Here's a Connor,
Dad's
but
been
that's
busy.
not Hughes. Oh, wait. That's also 1901. A little bit further. But he's got big ape fingers, so he's having trouble turning the pages in a timely fashion.
You need a hand with that.
No, I've got it. Connor Hughes. And he rattles off like the date of your birth.
That's me.
And where. Okay. He compares the photo.
Is it like a baby picture of Connor?
It's a baby picture, but you see him run his finger over it, and it's like Connor's age changes.
It's like a sliding scroll, like you're scrolling through a website. Just
Almost, it's like scroll up, he gets older. Oh, too old. Okay, that looks about right. Okay. Alright, he seems to be legit.
You get many fake children coming through?
You'd be surprised.
Huh.
Hanuman has tried to sneak people in here all the time. Him and your dad have some kind of beef, I don't know.
Dad kind of has a beef with just about everybody in some form or fashion.
Hanuman likes to call your father a knockoff, I don't know. Above my pay grade.
Well, he can probably certainly knock Hanuman off his high horse.
Yeah, not a fight I want to be around.
Me
Your
either.
father has whipped a pantheon. Hanuman has picked up an island and thrown it into the ocean, or picked up a mountain and thrown it into the ocean, or excuse me, picked up a city of demons and thrown it into the ocean. So,
It'd be fun to watch, though.
from a safe distance. What about the rest of you? You're not all Sun Wukong's children, are you?
No, they're
no.
they're part of the band that I'm with.
Ah, I see.
Dad left me a note that said he needed to meet me here.
We can get you rooms if you can wait him out.
Guess we'll have to. He'll unfurl the crumpled note that he picked up from the base of the mountain when the monkey tossed it. Does this handwriting look like Dad's to you?
I'm not an expert. We can ask the head of the house.
Okay.
Probably need to tell him it's that pile of mail over there.
Yeah.
He sorts through it, at least tries to grab anything that's important. The Jane
Sounds
Emperor
about right.
doesn't respond well when he writes you a letter and you don't respond. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you don't
Yeah.
respond well to, man. And this whole time, they're walking ape style, with the knuckles in their hands, just leading you back to some spare rooms.
Well, thanks for letting us have some rooms anyway.
If you weren't his child, you'd have gotten chunked back out. Possibly down the mountain, depending on how good a distance we got.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah, your father thinks so. He has us throw him off sometimes. He says it's quicker than walking down.
I could see that.
But they show you to their rooms. Eventually, the for lack of a better term, butler comes by.
Mm-hmm.
The fellow that kind of runs the house on a daily basis. Mr. Hughes, your father has spoken of you.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, considering everyone we've talked to so far says that he's not here when he asked us to meet him here. Asked me to meet him here.
I don't know about him asking you to meet him here. I don't know anything about that. It's true he has been gone for a few days now, or a week. But he comes and goes as he pleases. He doesn't bother to tell us.
Yeah. Being the stereotypical face of chaos, I'm not surprised.
I was told there was a letter, though.
Yeah, and he'll hand it to him.
Pulls that little pair of spectacles. And he's got some gray in his fur. Well, I don't know who gave you this letter, but this does not look like your father's handwriting. I mean, he could be playing some sort of prank and intentionally making it look different, but one can never tell with him. But you're, of course, welcome to stay here until he returns. And should he call us, I'll let him know you're here, but...
No, it's 6 to 1 odds someone did this intentionally to lure us out of Olympus.
With that, like, this is in English that we can all understand?
Sasha has been running translation for you.
Okay. Jaden will take out her phone and message Penelope. Is everything okay over there?
No emergencies. Though, let's see. Yeah, she just responds back, yeah, there's no emergencies.
Keep an ear out.
Always, but... What's up? What's got you extra concerned?
We'll explain it when we get back.
No, just
Oh, okay.
give me the
She'll
phone.
hand the phone.
Okay.
Just call her.
Connor will he'll just call Penelope on his phone, actually, now that he thinks about it.
She answers the first ring. Hello?
Right, so I'm in Dad's overworld.
Okay. That's the Fruit and Flower Mountain, right?
Yeah. From what his head butler says, the note we got is not Dad's handwriting. At all.
Does he have people write his letters for him?
It's 6 to 1 odds. Either he intentionally made it look different just to pull a prank, or it's entirely possible someone did it to lure our band out of Olympus.
So we should be bracing for an attack by something, just in case.
Entirely possible, yeah. Considering you've got Cernanog and Gaia there.
Yeah.
If need be, I can get us back in a hurry.
Yeah, we can be there almost instantly if we need to.
Okay, well, there's no emergency right now, though you have been in the press a little bit. Apparently, some Chinese social media stuff went up with you.
Yeah, I was asked to some members of the same school that Kim came from asked for a duel with me.
Yeah, Kim recognized one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, some people filmed the fight and posted it, and some of the local talking heads have been talking about you being out of town and, playing.
Well,
just a heads up, that's what some of them are saying.
Yeah, I can get that corrected when we get back.
Okay, just letting you know.
Thank you for the warning.
And we will, I'll roll some extra Varangian guard out to keep their ears to the ground, and
yeah,
we'll hold down the fort.
If something does happen, though, we can be back immediately if necessary.
Okay, well, I'll let you know if there's some sort of emergency then that we need backup for.
Understandable. Yeah, figured we'd go ahead and give you advance warning just in case.
Well, I appreciate it, and we'll let you know if we need help.
All right.
She hangs up. Like usual, never not saying goodbye or anything.
I really hope that it's not them that did it.
I'm starting to think she's socially awkward.
But
Who that did it?
The Varangian band.
yeah,
Do you really think they try to get us out of town?
I think a lot of things. Some of it good, some of it
Overthink.
bad.
Let's go with the trickster god playing tricks on his son.
That's definitely what I'm hoping for.
If
And
not,
we'll-
perhaps
we'll-
Sun. Go ahead.
We'll work with everything else as it comes, but right now, Sun Wukong fucking with his son. That's what we're going with.
And if it's not, perhaps Sun Wukong would like to come back and fuck with some Varangian guard.
There you go.
Or Serenanog, or Gaia.
6 of 1.
I don't know. What was the butler's name? Did he introduce himself?
I don't think he did. His name is Feng.
Fing. Connor, look over. Hey,
Feng, however you pronounce that.
hey, Fing. Random question.
Yes,
How
Mr.
well
Connor.
do you think Dad would stack up with Gaia?
I, of course, think Wukong would defeat anyone that he chose to go up against. Save the Buddha.
That's not a test. You can just say what's on your mind.
He has defeated the entire Shin courts. But Gaia is one of the old ones.
Yeah, it's true.
It would not be a fight I would want to be near. Let me put it that way. And of course, were he to attack Gaia, he might have the entirety of the Olympian pantheon to deal with, as Gaia is still on decent terms with most of them, despite her status as a Titan.
Yeah, that's true.
What about the other one?
Serenanog?
I know very little about him.
We don't know much either. Is the hunters? Something like that with the Celtic group?
I believe he's an old hunting god, but he's from very far away. And, the Greeks at least made it as far as India, so they were a little closer.
Fair enough. So I guess we just see if Dad is just pulling a prank?
Certainly, I can send messages out to a few places that I know he frequents. That if they happen to see him, let him know you're here. But
That doesn't say how long it'll take till he gets the message and then comes back. If
Correct.
he comes this way.
sometimes he will leave for months, even years at a time. And sometimes he'll be gone a few days and be back. The longer trips he usually lets us know about, but not always.
We just want to wait like 3 days, and if he's not back,
Yeah.
head back.
But also, time is relative to deities who live forever.
Yeah, but this is still connected to the human plane, so 3 days here will be 3 days here.
But 3 days is less than a blink of an eye when you're immortal.
Exactly.
So he could come back now, he could come back 3 years from now.
Yeah, and that's why we give it 3 days for us.
We play by ear, I vote.
Yeah.
Putting a timer on chaos is questionable.
Well, I will let the rest of the house staff know that you're here. If you need anything, just let them know.
Shauna's gonna need some meat.
Oh, we can have some of that brought up.
Thank you.
Not all of us here eat meat, but we do have to keep some around to feed the demons.
Makes sense.
And he takes his leave of you and goes on. He does ask you to make sure none of the animals eat anybody.
Mm-hmm.
He's given a very leery eye to the dragon.
Well, she's well behaved.
She goes, "No, eat monkey." And then she whispers to Spruce, "Eat monkey."
Connor just pats her on the head.
He gets the totally innocent look. What? Alright, so how many days are y'all willing to wait? Are you going with Jaden's ideal of at least no more than 3, or unless you hear something?
I
I'll
feel
say
like
it.
this is gonna be a situation where we're gonna give up, and then we're gonna go down, and as soon as we get down there he is.
Or he's back at the spring.
So let's give it a few days.
Give it 3 days.
Yeah.
Alright, so the next 2 days pass pretty uneventfully. Fing shows you around, some of the prettier spots. There's other hot springs up here. Some beautiful views. Like I said, your father's realm is larger than the actual physical top of the mountain is, but it's like a big kind of plateau, almost valley, almost becomes a valley.
Yeah.
The people there seem to be pretty content. There's lots of little fussing and fighting and squabbles, but nothing. It's like children on a playground. It's like quick little fights, and everybody kind of forgets about it. Y'all are all something of a novelty. It's like everybody wants to come by and see y'all. Several of them offer to help you groom. So the 3rd day rolls around, and you've still heard nothing from your father.
Have we gotten any calls from Olympus or anything?
You have not.
So Connor will be keeping an eye on the news from Olympus,
Okay.
since we do have cell service here.
You do see some of what Penelope was talking about were some of the talking heads. The ones that were asking before, kind of where were you when the werewolves attacked, They're having a field day with the scenes from the fight, and there's There's a few little shots and photos where people had snapped pictures of you elsewhere in town. Not a whole lot of video other than the fight, though. You know, one
Yeah.
guy's got video of y'all walking down the street, but you're not even
Upgraded
real sure
Fox
which town
News.
it was in.
hmm
You know, I mean, it just looked like somebody with their cell phone out. So.
We could always move towns. Grandma and Grandpa were trying to get me to do that to begin with.
So what? Move out of Olympus?
It's been a boring 3 days. My head's just going places.
I'm kind of
I
still
mean-
a little bound there with the Kadama.
Oh, yeah.
Who's taking care of the Kadama while you're gone?
He has clone number 3. Like just before it dies, he plucks a hair and makes another copy of himself.
And that's gonna be rough by the time y'all get back, because you know the copy is never quite as good.
Eh.
So you're like 5 copies of a copy.
Barely able to string a sentence.
I mean, fortunately, each one lasts for 3 days.
I mean, if this is what they wanted to be the top band, I mean, how sad do you
No,
have to
it's not everybody. Your buddy is also throwing stuff out there, but her network has been kind of coming to your defense.
No, I mean,
gotta take you to
Jada
go
was-
somewhere. You gotta go.
I've got
You know.
Sims, it's fine.
No, but like Jaden was talking about the Varangian band, if this is what they are behind this. Kind of sad.
So anyway, third day, are y'all hanging around longer, or are y'all gonna start heading back down the mountain?
Up to you. It's your thing.
Like as the days progress, Connor sort of looks a little bit more withdrawn as the days go by. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, you also catch monkeys trying to steal your stuff every now and then.
Connor would steal it right back.
Though Fing does offer to any of you that look bored, Fing offers to teach you how to play Go.
Honestly, Sasha would probably take him up on that at like day one.
So you have a regular after dinner in the evening, after dinner Go game.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you're about to leave, he tells you, or after every game, he comments on the fact that you're such a calmer player than most Master Wukong. His favorite move is when he's about to lose, to flip the table, walk off.
That,
so nice.
that sounds.
It's so nice not having to pick all the stones up every game.
Different pantheons, I believe. Is he usually gone this long?
There's no usual with him. It depends if something has caught his attention.
Fair
I
enough.
gather there's some sort of big political currents going around amongst the gods across multiple pantheons.
Really?
Yes, I don't know the details. He doesn't share that sort of thing much, but apparently the Shin are braced for some sort of turmoil in the West.
The Western pantheons, or just the West in general?
Oh, the Western pantheons.
Did they say anything more as to which pantheons, perhaps?
No.
'Cause, I mean, that doesn't very well limit.
Well, I gather further west than it's not like India. Further west than
Europe, America.
yes, it would be the ones we consider the Western pantheons.
Not one any of us are part of, unfortunately.
I mean, yeah. Greece.
Europe, America. Oh yeah, fair.
Eastern Europe is still part of
I'm-
Europe, no matter what
I'm-
Western Europe
I
says
know,
about
I
it.
know, I know, I know.
American, also Greek pantheon.
Exactly.
There were rumblings back before we left, at least where we were from. Cernanog and Gaia. I believe Mr. Connor spoke to you about that.
Yes, yes. I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't fret too much about it. There's always rumblings of something is coming, especially when you speak to the northern gods. Oh, something is always on the verge of killing them all.
Hmm. Did he say where he was going? Or just disappeared one day?
Only that he was popping out for a bit.
A bitch is
That
always
his wise,
relative.
his wise counsel was needed somewhere.
That sounds like something you say to somebody before you pull a bunch of pranks off.
He has said such things before going on a pranking run. Hey, we got a follow from somebody.
Hey.
Skybreaker. Thank you, Skybreaker.
Take it.
Oh, hey, Alvin, how you doing, buddy?
No,
There's
he revealed his true name
Oh no.
Oh, no.
in
I
front
can-
of Sasha.
I can summon him at will now.
Oh. There's no way at all to contact him.
No, he'll contact us sometimes from random phones, but I think he mostly just takes those from mortals.
Oh no, we figured that one out, I believe. Oh.
He likes them. He'd like to have one of his own, but he can't keep up with things.
What do you suggest? You've been his butler, I expect, for quite some time, or been the keeper of the house.
Oh yes, for many decades now.
Surely something similar has happened.
Not too many of his children come here.
Really?
Nope.
Place like this, honestly, between you and me, well, my mother's house has its charms. This place is beautiful. I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to come here.
It's the monkey's paradise.
For a child of Wukong, it gets boring here very quickly. I mean, unless they were to happen in during one of the wars.
Explains why Connor's pouting.
He is his father's son.
That and a possible deception.
That as well. This all probably said with an earshot of.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I will knock that go board over.
Like
Truly-
father, like
truly
son.
his father's son. And all of this while, him and Sasha are taking turns placing stones.
Mm.
The choice is yours. This is your adventure.
We'll stick by you whatever decision you make.
I don't know.
Just make it in 4 minutes before, it's 9.
I mean, we don't have to go all the way back down the mountain. We could check the springs that were a little bit down.
Suppose we could.
It'd be a good walk to
Get your mind
break up the
off.
monotony. We would be welcome back up here, of course. Things considered, or would we have to go through everything we went through before?
Well, if there was a line, you would have to wait in line to get back in the house. But
Yes, but we would be allowed back in should we step away for a little bit of time and come back.
oh yes, certainly. And now that we know for certain that Master Connor is his son, that something is going on. Yes.
Can't hurt. It would break up the monotony.
I don't think you want a bored son of Sun Wukong.
All of us will end up with our left socks stolen.
That's a good idea.
No, don't.
No, it is not.
Why not?
Alright, well, I guess we're doing that.
Alright, so y'all start back down the mountain.
Over to the hot springs.
You go outside, your dragon's over to one side. With a bunch of, child monkeys, like, making a little flower crown to set on her head.
Aww.
That's adorable!
Well,
Once they put it on, she raises up to full height, and she sees Connor, queen of the monkeys.
definitely a queen. I'll give you that.
Continuing the proud tradition of dragons having a bunch of soft-skinned underlings.
They're like chicken nuggets that walk around and do stuff for you before you eat them. It's great. She has eaten no monkeys since she's been here.
Nice.
You're starting to get the impression that she doesn't actually intend to eat anything that can talk.
Hmm.
Well, let's go. Get your mind off of things. Hurting the whole group.
Yeah.
Just taking really pretty mountainscape shots as we go down.
So y'all travel back down a little ways. You come to those springs. Only this time, you see what you're pretty sure are those same monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Only this time, they're obviously demons, though still, in that kind of monkey form. Kind of like how the ones up in the house looked like apes, but they were clearly demons, but ape-like.
Mm-hmm.
And they are just laid out all over the place. One is sitting up, kind of nursing a swollen eye. One's just laying there moaning and holding its side. And alone in the actual spring, you see Wukong.
Sasha trying really damn hard not to laugh.
Same.
Pulls out the staff, aims it at his dad.
Taking 10 steps away with
Turning on-
smoochums.
Turning on the GoPro and stepping back.
Following Sasha with Spruce.
He'll just extend it and bonk his dad on the head.
He goes over there. He springs, full body, just springs out of the water and lands. Looking fighting mad.
Hi, Dad.
He's wearing nothing.
I'll get the sensor bars in during post.
Just use a banana.
Yes, you'll have to.
A banana and a peach.
2 peaches.
I hate that.
I really do hate that.
Hi.
Damn it, boy, what was that for?
We were waiting in your house for 3 days. Your butler said he was trying to send messages to you?
I didn't get any of them. Ladies? Oh.
Wukong.
He turns around and finds his little shorts or whatever.
I got a note, apparently, that might not have been from you saying you wanted me here to talk to me about something.
No. Hey, I'm always happy to see you, but no. I didn't send you
All right.
anything.
So somebody fabricated a note from you then.
Someone played a prank on the prank king.
Do you have this note?
And his son.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
He must be an even better prankster. Sasha knowingly goading.
He hands the note to his dad.
Yes, this was definitely written by a mortal.
Wow,
Hmm.
mortal. Outed.
Well, at least as mortal as you.
There is a grip on Sasha's shoulder. It is medium strength.
Right. I kind of got the feeling that someone did it intentionally to lure us out of the city.
It's possible. Man, they sent you
Does make-
all the way across the world. That's a good prank.
Yeah. I do wonder if it was the Varangian band that wanted us out of the city.
Yeah, it could be. Could be somebody working for Gaia. We all know she's active over there right now.
So Cernanog.
The old hunter?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He sent werewolves after us.
That would be fun.
Well, we already killed them, but
Oh. Good lad. But if she wanted you, if somebody wanted you out of the city, I wonder if they wanted you out to weaken it.
well, we did warn the other band once. Your butler said it probably wasn't written by you, so they are at least forewarned. In case they are, aren't the ones that wrote the note, and if they are, then
We got some masses we need to beat.
yeah, starting with Kim.
Why is it always starting with Kim?
Because he's an asshole.
Yes, but he's an asshole. You go for the clever one first. Take out Penelope first.
We both know we're gonna beat up the himbo first.
Sun Wukong is like, geek the mage.
You take out their heavy hitters first.
Cleverness and then brute strength. Chad probably somewhere in the bottom.
Good point.
That means
Pulling
you
out
gotta
her
take-
phone to call back into Olympus. How's stuff going on back there? What's the time difference?
You hear nothing but flames in the background. Oh, it's fine. Everything's fine.
We did it, Patrick. We saved the town.
Well,
So how did you like my mountain?
it's really beautiful, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I show Sun Wukong the shot of the really pretty mountainscape.
Oh, yes, I love that.
Sasha was
I would-
keeping your butler entertained with Go.
Oh, I hope you let him win. He's a very sensitive ego. I always have to let him win.
Of course. I didn't use your tactics, though.
They are as subtle as they are complex.
Of course. One would expect nothing less.
Indeed. Looks at Connor. Flip the table.
What was that?
Flip the table. Subtle and complex. Flip the table.
Connor just shrugs like, well, I used your tactics.
Good lad.
Is this?
What? Do you have time to come up and visit some? Or do you need to get getting back to your hometown?
Did anyone pick up when Sasha called?
Let's see. Yeah, she'd probably recognize your number, so yeah, she'd answer.
Actually, no. She's not going to call Penelope. Because she knows if Penelope's in on it, she won't tell her. She's going to call her grandparents.
Now you fucked up.
Your grandmother answers. Now, do you call off their personal cell phones, or you call in the shop?
Probably personal cell phones.
It rings a couple times. Hello? Who is it?
Hello. Oh. You,
Time zone.
time zones.
Sasha?
Yes. Hello.
Oh, what time is it? Oh, that's right. You're over in China. Okay.
Yeah. How are things back there? I totally blanked on time zones. I'm so sorry.
No. It's all right. Oh, your shop's doing fine. Me and your grandfather doing fine. Nothing weird has happened to us. How are things in China? You haven't been in any trouble, have you?
No, no trouble.
No fights this time?
No, I beat a monkey playing Go, which is kind of like chess, sort of.
Do monkeys play chess?
I will have to ask him later.
Oh, this is like a talking monkey.
Yes.
Okay, that's right. That's right. Your friend is yes. Okay. Sorry, dear. I'm just waking up.
No, I understand. I apologize. You said, has there been anything else happening, or?
The papers have talked about. Well, frankly, some of them have been talking about all of you being gone.
Yes.
Really nasty stuff. I don't know why they're so bitter about it. We have that other group here.
We don't know either, and that concerns us.
But there's been some. The news has reported some disappearances along the waterfront. But the police are looking into it, and apparently the other band has been seen in the area.
Just like grabbed from, like pulled into the water, or just people that have gone missing?
Just people that work in the area or live in the area being missing.
Oh.
You know, but you know, enough of them close enough together that it's striking people as odd.
Yes.
And you know, the last time you were gone, apparently
people went missing as well.
Yes, but that was up in the north.
That was involved with the werewolves, I believe.
Yes. I mean, me and your grandfather weren't conscious for that.
Correct.
So I've talked to some people that filled us in on what we missed. Are you coming home soon?
As soon as everything here is wrapped up, but yes, we expect not to be here too long, we hope. But I will let you know as soon as I know. Is there anything I can bring you back?
I'm trying to think of somebody that runs a flower shop that they would want from China.
Maybe like some fun pots. Like floral pots.
Yeah, that would be something like that.
Pottery, yeah.
For what it's worth, I am getting Telarius is getting their mom a vase, a very nice Chinese vase.
Yeah, Sasha would have probably got in on that.
To hell.
Oh yeah, Sasha would have got in on that. Like, okay, we're going vase shopping, pottery shopping.
It's a very nice vase from China, and then you flip it over and it's like made from somewhere else.
Made in America.
Oh no.
The stuff that's made in China, it says made in China, in American. Or in English.
As Sasha is talking to her grandparents, I'll look at Sun Wukong and look at Connor and like, is this how you two normally interact with each other?
Well, I mean, last time he was trying to shove a syringe up some guy's butt while in a nurse uniform in the hospital.
You're supposed to take temperatures when you're in the hospital.
Sasha finishing up and hanging up, not with a syringe.
I'm pretty sure it was a thermometer.
No, Dad, it was definitely a syringe.
Oh, well, I've got no medical training. I'm a great sage. I'm not a doctor. Especially not a people doctor.
Damn it, Jim.
Connor sort of glances back to Sasha and just, the eye not facing his dad, just winks at her.
Well, my dad doesn't really talk to me. My stepmom fucking hates me, so I'm at a loss for, the dynamic I'm supposed to have with my deific parent.
I mean, you're still kind of new to this, though. You haven't really been called for too long.
I can see if a set wants to adopt you.
Don't tempt me.
She gives great hugs. On that note, though, people are disappearing on the waterfront.
Love to hear the
That's
news, not
why
from the people.
Okay.
Love to hear the news from the people not telling us when they were supposed to. Okay.
Maybe they're on the take.
Maybe you got some water monster sliding them peaches to let them do what they want to do.
Hey, Dad.
That's the bureaucracy.
What is the best prank you can think of to use against another band?
Something embarrassing. Something where you embarrass them publicly.
But it has to be subtle enough that you aren't seen as the ass.
I have a camera going basically 24/7.
You would like them to know that you did it, but not the public to know that you did it.
Mm-hmm.
But also, be careful of what. Be sure these are people you want to pick a fight with. I know that's strange advice coming from me.
Think
Little
of this
bit.
as more as I'd like to have the information on hand in case I need to use it.
No,
Burn that bridge when we
blackmail.
come.
Wait till they're throwing a party and spike their punch.
Burn that bridge when we come to it.
Yes, burn
Yeah.
bridging is great.
Not burning the bridges in Olympus.
Figurative bridges.
I already have plenty of blackmail on Kim.
No offense, but he beat the shit out of my grandpa isn't just makes him a dick. It doesn't make him like persona non grata.
Nah, he just annoyed me too much after that.
Right, but if you're trying to like smear his name, like he beat the shit out of my grandpa isn't like it's like it's the filling, but it's not the bread in the sandwich.
Oh, I know.
Besides, if somebody interviewed your grandfather about it, what was he going to say? Yeah, he challenged me to imagine I accepted, and I lost. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I've spent all the times I've interacted him since then taking notes on his habits. So I can use it against him.
Do we want to go back to Olympus, or are we needed here?
Well, Dad?
You're not needed here. I'm perfectly happy to have you here.
Are you at all interested on who left this note trying to impersonate you?
If they're pulling a prank on my boy, that's my boy's business. I expect him to find out who it is and prank him back.
Oh, they will not want to live by the time I'm done.
Looking at the note, does Sasha see anything hinky as far as like magic or anything on it? Or is it just a note?
It's just a note.
Okay.
He's got the little cartoony monkey down at the bottom, so you know. I mean, it looks like something Wukong might write. I mean, you don't know about handwriting like that, but I mean,
Yeah, the butler's word is good enough. I mean,
well, in Wukong, he's looked at that way. Yeah, that's not mine.
Well, I'd like to spend a little time with Dad here, maybe a few hours. Then,
absolutely.
Do you mind if I soak in that?
Oh yes, go right ahead. The demons won't be in any position to drown you for a few hours.
Perfect.
They always try to lure in passersby. I like to slip by in disguise and let them trick me in there.
and then trick them back.
That's well, and then when they try to drown me, I pummel them.
Keeps them humble.
I mean, that guy at the foot of the stairs, he he tried to keep us from getting in, and I kind of stole his pencil, then took his little fancy rock.
He does like the shiny rocks.
He does. Connor holds up the one that he got.
I imagine by this time Smoochums has started soaking in the hot spring.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, as soon as he saw one of y'all go over there, he went over there.
I'll say, considering Dragon, I think Shauna might be too. Just like, yes.
It's like mythical animal soup in there.
It'll keep the dragon. Hopefully, will keep the other demons at bay for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Oh, Dad, Shauna, Dad, or my father. As he points to the dragon.
Oh, you didn't get her around here. He's one of them exotic
No.
European dragons.
Yeah, found her egg when we were killing a son of Baelor.
Oh yeah, kind of nasty work, that guy.
No, right? People tried to make us feel bad, saying it's an old man. We're just killing an old man who was just minding his own business.
Wait, he was old and you killed him? Ugh.
And then I repeatedly punched him in the eye.
But I shot him in the eye.
You did. But so if you don't mind, Dad, I wouldn't mind hanging around for a few hours, but we probably do need to get back soon.
Oh, sure. Your friends can soak here. We'll go up. Boys, no drowning any of them.
And if you do try to drown them, I drown you.
Yeah.
As if we can't take care of ourselves.
And we will wrap there with everybody except Connor having a soak while Connor and Wukong are kind of arm over shoulder walking back up the steps.
Father-son bonding.
I
could
just
just
picture
imagine-
Sun Wukong has like a kick me sign on Connor's.
I can just imagine the
Both
chaos
kick me
those two are
signs.
gonna cause up there. It's like, oh no, the master's back and his son.
They both have kick me signs. One's written in English, one's written in Mandarin.
Sounds about right.
I'm just figuring one of them having a little Donkey Kong Jr. on it somewhere. Alright, so we were out there for the night. We ran over a little bit, but we got started a little bit late, so
Yeah.
I think we're coming out about even.
Roundabout.
So, everybody that came by, we had some folks in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Skybreaker again, thanks for following.
Mhm.
Hope everybody had a good time. I enjoyed running it. Hope everybody watching had fun. Hope my players had fun. Deca, what other shows have we got coming up on Dire Bear?
God damn it! I'm gonna just write them down for you.
I sent you the picture. Oh, if you scroll down a little bit too, they've updated it
Oh,
on
no,
the
I'm-
current
I-
live shows.
Oh yeah, on Twitch. Yeah. No, tomorrow is Fall Scotland Nights with JT. Thursday is A Knight's Ransom with Maddie. Saturday is Stolen Cities with Alex. And Sunday is Varenheim with Trail.
And Mondays have not started back up yet, if I recall.
yet. Not until the new month.
All right, and of course, all of that is Homebrew 5th edition. And then, of course, next Tuesday we'll be back here with the World at War.
All of that. Cowards.
Where the guys will get back to Olympus and find out what's going on there.
Mhm.
Kick some band's ass.
If they need kicked.
So aggressive.
We'll
Anyway,
hold off on immediately kicking their ass.
there will likely be somebody's ass getting kicked, whether it's the other band or somebody else.
Or ours.
It could happen.
Sasha's ass will get kicked regardless, don't worry.
Well, yeah.
And Connor's gonna
You're the
go
brain, not the jock. So it happens.
That's Connor's job.
Geek the Wizard.
Anyway, we'll see all y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Can I stop waving yet?
Yeah, the fin
Yes.
screen's up. We're still recording,
Okay.
but the fin screen's up.